Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome in the most underrated podcast. I'm your man, Thomas the Franchise. The homie Dow Pal Antonio chilling across from me. JJ Stringstein here at the end of the table. I actually have no idea what this song is. I just saw it's new Sublime with Rome. The song's called Light On. I was like, yeah, fuck it. Let's click on it and open it up with the show.
Yeah.
Dang it. I got to give myself a... You hear that F-bomb at the beginning? It was kind of like a quick one. It was kind of like F-U-G-G-I-T, like fucking, real quick, but it was still.
You might as well say F-U Monday Midsole. Great.
Yep.
Great start.
I love the Monday
Killing
Midsole.
it from the start,
man.
Killing it from the start.
This is bouncy. Hold on.
Dude. That shit's dope.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it.
I felt
Hold
very...
on, let me run it back a little bit. Because it kind of starts to build. Oh, listen to this build.
Yeah.
It's like that modern, all the music, new music has that. Here, it kind of speeds up a little bit.
Yeah. The nice bouncy build-up.
Yeah, bouncy build up. It's like a bouncy house. Those rim knocks
the rim
are
knocks.
Fire.
Yeah.
Love the rim knocks. Rim knocks will never not be fire.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, chorus?
That build? Hear that build?
What are we doing? Lion King. Where's Mufasa? Coming in.
For me, it sounds like Imagine Dragon-esque on that build.
Oh, yeah.
But then when this drops in, it sounds more Sublime shit.
Yeah. Slightly stupid.
Yep.
A little bit.
Yes, dude. Slightly stupid. Nice call. Oh, they're on tour with them.
I think
Or
so.
they're going on tour with them.
I believe currently, yeah.
Nice. Stringer, what do you think of this music?
It's pretty good. Pretty okay. I don't know. It's not my,
We don't even need to ask him anymore. We just need that soundbite.
Which one?
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I like it.
It's pretty good.
It's not my go-to, so
Have you ever heard it before?
No, I
How
have
could it
not.
be your go-to?
Yeah.
Well,
None of us have heard it before.
It just dropped May
It's not anyone's
31st.
go-to. It just came out May 31st. I literally just clicked play and start recording the
It
show.
doesn't matter if it
It's like,
just...
screw it. We're going to come in with this.
Yeah, what's your go-to? Nickelback?
No. Like Eminem.
Oh, here we go.
NF, Tech
Imagine
9.
Dragons.
There it is. Gosh, we're going to get clipped for copyright again. 13th video in a row. It's tight. We can go a few without it, and then we'll get we'll
It's
run
not
off.
like we need cash or anything.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to sacrifice the show.
The Cashless Podcast.
the most unemployed cashless podcast there is.
RIP.
Oh, good times. Good times. And we got a great show for you guys, man. Again, welcome in the most underrated podcast. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff today. I'll kind of run it down for you. We didn't get your Rocketman review, so I want to get that here in a minute. Last time I was like, we'll get to the Rocketman review, but I didn't have a whole rundown going because as we know, I was having a terrible day, which bled into the show, but this one's so much better.
Yeah.
Feeling good today.
Who was the guy that called you out for always looking at your phone? PP? Pooty?
Not Pee-wee, I think it was.
Oh.
Yeah. I know, so I tried to do it without the phone, and the show was terrible. Thanks,
Good luck.
Pee-wee.
Thanks, Pee-wee.
Thanks for your great feedback.
Stay out the comments.
Anyways, we'll get to your review on Rocketman. Also, 25th anniversary of the O.J. Simpson murders. I want to talk a little bit about that. Also, I have some prank calls that are pretty funny that have happened over the years.
I was seeing that's on the 20th.
What's that?
The OG.
It's coming up?
Yes.
The 20th? Okay, so it's not quite 25 years yet.
Wow.
But it's about to be 20. Okay.
Yes.
June 20th, 1994.
Is that when the actual incident happened? June 20th?
Apparently,
because that
O.J. Simpson is arraigned for the murders of wife.
Arraigned
for murders of wife and Ron
Goldman.
Dang. All right, so 25 years coming up on June 20th. So I want to play a couple little
the juice
funny sound bites from that. Also, yeah, there we go. Look at it.
Also this weekend, boxer Muhammad Ali is convicted of draft evasion.
Yeah, draft dodging.
The ruling was later appealed by the U.S. Supreme Court.
Wow. I didn't know that was the same.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many years old's that?
That was in 1967.
So how many years old's that?
Can you do millennial math?
Are we talking? What are we talking? 60 years? 62 years?
Easy.
Almost just like quick math.
62 years?
20-ish years.
Wait, you said 1947?
No.
1967.
That's way more than
was
that.
Muhammad
77, 87, 97, 07, 17, 52 years. Damn it.
52,
I said 62
my
years.
friends.
Come on, fellas. You got to do finger math. Anyways, I want to play some of those OJ prank calls. I also want to play, or I also want to talk some Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Got some interesting betting stories.
Yeah.
That we're going to talk about there. Obviously, the Kevin Durant injury, Hard Knocks, Ballers returning, sneakers and fashion, YouTube comments,
That is 27
maybe some
years,
underrated
dog.
news.
How are we going to get through this cast?
OJ, or just a second. I just called you OJ, which I should call you OJ because you just said again it's 27 years. I just counted it on my fingers
Yeah,
for you.
it's 52.
It's 1967.
Yeah, to 1994.
Why would we be going to 1994? Why would
That's
we be going?
when OJ, the thing happened with OJ was in 1994.
Okay.
The thing with Muhammad Ali
Okay.
was 1967.
Okay,
That's
so why would we be
27
going
years.
from OJ to Muhammad? Who gives a shit about that? Why would we not be? What? I don't even know where the Muhammad Ali. To be honest with you, JJ, you gotta
Take that L on the way.
That's a bad start to the show with you. I'm running down the show. You interrupt me. Hey, also this happened. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a... Sorry, Monday. Gosh. See, you're getting me riled up here. You're getting me riled up before we still got the background music playing. It's supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be easing into the show. And instead, I'm getting riled up over here. I don't know even where... Okay, so you come out of left field with the Muhammad Ali stuff. Guess what? I take a crack to the jaw just to keep the boxing thing going, and I roll with it. I'm just rolling with the punches here, okay? So I get hit in the face. I'm still rolling. Yep, Muhammad Ali, cool, JJ. I'm rolling with it. Then all of a sudden, you start to go deeper. Now you're saying... Now you're comparing the difference
That was
between...
like asking like how long.
Well, no, not between those two.
Oh,
We
okay.
were just doing the math as whenever the incident happened in 67 to today.
Gotcha.
Right, because we were saying
2019.
25 years from the OJ thing, which is 94 to now.
Yeah.
And then we're saying the Muhammad Ali thing. So I
Yeah.
was thinking, we're thinking as of today as well.
67 to
Because
now.
what does the Muhammad Ali thing have to do with the OJ thing? Why would we ever be
Because
calculating
it's on the
time?
same day.
What's on the same day?
The Muhammad Ali. It both happens
On June 20th?
June 20th, yeah.
Okay, so
So there is a connection.
Yes.
so there's a connection there for the same day, but we're still talking
Yes.
About the history being totally different from 94 to now and 67 to now. I think that's where the confusing part, because you were going from the Muhammad Ali to 94.
Yeah.
I think on that note,
And we were
we
confused.
and that's it, everybody. Had
Yeah.
a great show for you. We had a good one here. We will we'll see you guys later.
Enjoy Food Fighters.
Thanks for tuning in to the show. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Have a nice life.
Wow.
Still a good jam, though.
Great not a good jam.
I love that jam.
Great start to the show.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just jump into some of the first topics here.
Yeah.
Let's just start here so we can kind of go up from here.
Okay.
You, death in the family,
Yeah.
you're going to have to be traveling. We might have to miss a cast
Yeah.
on Monday.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Yeah. So lost my my grandma, 93 years old, man. So you got to think of it this way. This isn't a funeral. This is a celebration of life. This individual, my grandma, almost lasted a century.
Yeah, that's
Do you know the
wild.
things that she was a part of, that she's seen, that she, like look at the leaders, the presidents, the amount of presidents she went through, like seeing cars in their first, like in their first stages,
Yeah.
seeing no TV to black and white TV to color TV to cell phones. I mean,
So
all
wait,
this-
what year was she born?
So if she was 93, what would that be?
JJ, do the quick math.
Can you do quick math?
27 years? Was she 27 years old?
Wait, was it 27 from 94
Are we
to
talking from the
2019?
OJ incident? How old was she at the OJ incident at the time?
Yeah, no doubt.
What a fire start to the show. This is the sickest show. Gosh, it's no wonder we're climbing up the comedy charts.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Remember, Dan told us we were climbing up the comedy charts. I
Yeah,
was like,
no
what are you
doubt.
talking about? So how
I can't even do the math on that. So what would
do you
that
mean?
be? So 93, so we're 2019, so would that be 19?
all right, we're talking 93.
Yeah.
So we're talking 19, 09, 99,
99,
89, 79, 69, 59, 49, 39, 29. So that's 90 at 29, and she was 97. So
Yeah.
we're talking 22, 1922. Wow. Around there.
Around there.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Yeah, you're right. She's seen a lot.
That's a
How
lot.
much has changed not only across the world, but in our country in that amount of time, dude?
Amazing.
How cool. Did she live in Kansas all her life?
She did.
Okay,
she was
so
Kansas born and bred. Now there was multiple places. A lot of that she spent in my hometown, and then she moved into Pratt, Kansas. That's where we're actually having the funeral this weekend.
What's the drive?
7 hours 49 minutes.
Damn, down to the minute. I like it.
Down to the minute.
So almost 8 hour drive.
Yeah.
going with anyone? You traveling with family or anyone else? Mom?
No, my mom and sister are going to travel together. My grandma, which this is on my dad's side, my grandma, she absolutely adored my mom, which was really good. So they always had a really good relationship. So she's going to be a part of that and super, super welcomed. That being said, I was never ever really close to my dad's side of the family, aside from the grandparents. My grandpa, who had passed, her husband, he had passed a long, long time ago. I think 94 is when he passed. Brain tumor. But, we were never really that close. My grandparents were very like, when they come for a visit, it'd be like an hour visit and they'd be like, hey, all right, honey, it's time to go. Like they had other things to do. There's that type of stuff. And they were very, very formal, very old school, which was cool. But, I always had a good relationship with grandma. Never close enough, right? And I think the distance, just overall distance, made it tough because when we lived in our hometown and then, she moved to Pratt and then we as a family moved to Colorado, just overall distance kind of got in the way. But every birthday, every holiday, Mother's Day, we'd still call grandma. Yeah, we're going to miss her. She was a great lady, very skilled, very craft worthy. Instead of sending me like, a card that she'd go get from Hallmark, she made her own cards. So I'll never forget that, man. That was always cool. So, and that stopped about 5-6 years ago when she, she was like 86, kind of just lost her drive. She was driving up until that point.
Wow.
So, we kind of took the driving privileges away, took some of her freedoms away. She started forgetting when birthdays were. I mean, man, I can't even remember them now at my age, much less 86 when she kind of stopped all of that stuff. But every year, so from the time that I was like 10, so I don't know what she was giving me previous to 10 because I can't remember for gifts wise, but ever since I was 10 and older, she'd give me a check for that amount of money every year that I grew another year older, and then whatever else that she'd throw in there. But that was always kind of a staple. So I'll miss those checks, and those stopped coming, when I turned about 29.
Right,
you didn't see any more of them. But man, great lady. It's going to be cool to kind of go back to the hometown area. Not a big Kansas guy, anymore. I love my Jayhawks, but in terms of allergies, wind, opportunities,
allergies,
don't need them. Don't need it. So, but it was a great time in my life, man. So, I look forward to, sending her off,
seeing the fam and stuff too.
Seeing the fam, like I said, I'm not close to a lot of my dad's side. So, there's been some awkward interactions over the years. And a lot of that has to do with, they're so much older. I mean, I think the closest one to me is like 3 to 4 years older. So there's a generational gap as well.
You think this would be a mending point? Do you think this would be a point for you guys to maybe?
Yeah, until the estate is divvied up.
Oh, it's going to cause some issues there. You think?
I think so.
Some rifts
I think
and
so.
shit?
Yeah,
sucks,
she had some property. She had some oil rigs, that she still kind of
you got land out there,
So I don't know what that's going to look like. But the great news is, she had a will. It was very updated. And, she still has 2 kids out of the 3 left, and my dad is obviously one, and then his sister. So they're just going to follow whatever was requested in the will, and there's going to be some family, I'm sure, that, is probably upset or feels like they got the short end of the stick.
Right.
So luckily I don't have to deal with that, but I hope all goes well and we can give her the send-off, the proper send-off that she deserves.
Oh, man.
So.
Good to,
but yeah, we may miss the Monday cast because of it. I don't really know yet. There's a lot of things going on, and we had to really, make this thing happen very, very quick, unfortunately, because she was in Missouri at a home and shipping her and getting her to another destination. It's been a lot. So Monday we may have to push that cast, but we will be back on Friday.
And just stay up on Twitter at DowPalantonio, at OMG It's TTF on Twitter and Instagram. I'm sure we'll tweet it out. We'll also post it up on the story if we're not going to be able to do a cast on Monday. If you don't see anything like that, then we'll be doing a cast. So just be on the lookout for that, man. I know like a lot of you guys not expect, but I guess you rely on these. Not what's the word I'm looking for? Not expect,
count on them.
Yeah, you're looking forward to the casts each week, and they help you get through your weeks and all the shit you're going through in your life. So we never want to miss a show, but sometimes stuff just unfortunately happens.
Life happens, man.
Yep, exactly. So good to hear it, man. As far as me, before we jump into the meat and potatoes of the show, dude, a lot of people, thank you to everyone that's reached out to me saying well wishes to Roselli. We got on Instagram yesterday. I went to the game, Cubs, Rockies. Rockies got beat. I thought the amount of brooms I saw going in there. Dude,
Yeah.
so many people were ready for the sweep, and they just couldn't pull it off, man.
Right.
Day game Wednesday to finish up the series. Rocks got shelled 10-1, but it was fun, man.
Did they?
Yeah, we were out there, though. We had great seats behind home plate. If you saw my story, about 30 rows, 28 rows up behind home plate. Super fun.
Couldn't ask for a more beautiful day.
Great. Dude, we were literally our row right in front of us. The row in front of us is where the sun started. So it was incredible. We were in the shade all day.
Wow.
Just sitting in the shade of the press boxes during the 7th inning stretch. You stand up, they throw Cracker Jacks out the commentator booth and the press box. It's pretty fun, man. It was a fun day. We even showed up a little bit late because just getting going, my uncle, his arm, you can't walk quick. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more of a hassle, but he was climbing the walls at the crib, dude. He was like, thank God we were able to get out. I was going crazy over here. So
Totally.
that was cool. That was cool to be able to do that. And Con Leah hit me up. He's like, yes, back to the scene of the crime.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. It's so funny. My uncle got a kick out of that. So it was good times, man. We had a really good time over there.
Nice.
Enjoyed the game, and we jumped on some scooters, rode around. No, I'm just kidding. we did not.
Like nothing ever happened again.
Exactly.
We are back.
We are.
We are back.
All right, Dal, tell me this.
Yeah.
Let's just jump into let me throw on. I got to throw on Elton because I need to hear your review, man. I felt bad after the last show. I was so I was discombobulated. I was a little unorganized.
Yeah.
I was a little all over the place. I was a little scattered. I feel like you could probably hear that, especially if you're not new to the show. If you know me, you know the way the format, the way the show flows usually. I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
Didn't have a great day.
I think everybody, if you haven't listened to the
Everyone can
cast or
understand that.
watched the cast, whatever it is, tune in about an hour 10 in. Give me a good shape.
No, this is a great. Today's a great show. If you're-
No, last show.
Oh, last show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little edgy, but we got through it, man, and we turned it around.
I think so too.
But
I
dude,
forgot this. I left this out, so I wanted to get your review. And I went home. I was even telling my girl, man, I forgot to get Dallas a review. Like I'm such a dick. Like I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I was even
rushed.
hearing it while I was editing. I was like,
We never got back
we
to
never
that.
talked about that. What the hell?
I know,
Dang.
dude. I just did. such
JJ,
a
the
terrible-
producer over here, he
Thank
gives
you
shots.
guys for dealing with that. Thank you guys for holding me down last show. But let's get to this one, man. What did you think of the movie over the weekend? First of all, where'd you see it? Just a standard theater?
Yeah, we saw it at a standard theater. It was down in the DTC. I didn't even know there was a theater there.
Okay.
But the DTC area, obviously, a lot of business district. Of Denver. A lot of engineers, a lot of technicians, IT. A lot of people working through there. That being said, your movie ticket includes popcorn at this place.
What?
How cool is
this
that?
place called?
And free soda.
What's it called? You don't know the name.
Isn't it by the
It's
melting
all right.
pot?
They ain't paying us anyway.
Yeah, by the melting pot, there's the comedy place, Comedy Works over there. Yeah, it's all in that strip
I know
over
what you're
there.
talking about. Okay.
Yeah, real cool place.
Draft
It's at
House?
AMC,
Alamo
right?
Draft House?
Could be.
I think it might be
Could
Alamo
be.
Draft House.
It could be. Yeah, I don't know. Rob.
Are there's multiple ones of those?
What?
Alamo Draft House?
There's-
Because I know there's one.
Just look up that promenade, that shopping center.
Yeah.
Look up that Comedy Works and find the movie theater in
Yeah,
there.
Robin. I can't say it's like. Well, Dallas, you want?
I guess it doesn't
you don't
even
even
matter.
know.
I guess it doesn't even matter who's going there.
Well,
Let's listen to the show.
I think a lot of people would go there if you pay $11 for a movie ticket and you get free popcorn and free soda unlimited.
Oh, okay.
Why wouldn't you?
How are the seats?
The seats were old school.
See, I hate that.
Yeah, like
The seat's the most important thing to me.
I had to do.
Other side that's outside of the picture and the sound.
Yeah, I had a deflated seat, which means I was pretty much standing up. Because remember, don't have the ass, the
Yes,
back. Yeah.
yes.
So little uncomfortable.
pretty much standing
I was pretty much
up.
standing up, but
You are one pathetic loser.
that's true. That's true. So no, it was good. Okay, let's get to the point. Rocketman. I thought I knew Elton John. I know nothing. After seeing this, I was like, I knew nothing. Did you know that Elton John he was the voice and he was the producer and making the music. His best friend named Bernie Taupin wrote everything.
No.
I had no idea.
Wow, me either.
Dude, this is an over 50-year relationship, okay, that brewed. I had no idea that Bernie was even involved or that Elton John had this great friend that they did everything together but never had like any type of physical or any relationship like that
Outside of music,
because
yeah.
as we
Or
know,
friendship, I
Elton
guess.
John was gay.
Yep.
But Bernie was not. Bernie had women, and in the movie it showed some of the women, how, the validity of these women and how true it was or wasn't irrelevant. But Bernie Taupin, for all the hit songs that Elton John has been known for, I had no idea that this individual Bernie, was behind all this. So it was cool to shed light on this individual. And the movie did a great job introducing him into it, showing kind of how their childhood started and how they got to become friends. Really cool. So that was not only cool to see, but it was inspiring, man, that friendships, you and I, pretty good friends, right? We do the cast together.
Yep.
So I kind of relate it to that, and JJ, JJ's coming up. We're not best friends yet.
Dude, we haven't even known each other for a year yet.
But
I just realized that this morning.
Yeah.
That's like fucking crazy.
one of these days,
No shit.
One of these
Yeah.
days,
Wow.
It hasn't been a year yet.
Really?
August
Wow.
is going to be a year.
one of these days, you
Wow.
could be my Bernie. Maybe.
Yeah, dude, because we started the cast right before. I think it might have been right after week one.
It was August.
of the NFL
I think,
season. I
like,
think it was September, dude. It was after week one.
it could
I
have
think we
been.
might have missed week one, dude.
It could have been. Because I know we were just going to that. We had just gotten back from New York, remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sid's wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
Crazy stuff.
So, shout out to Bernie Taupin, man, the main writer for Elton John. And what the movie really showed was, and again, I don't want to give too much away, but the movie really showed like Bernie would write the songs, and then him and Elton would meet up, and Elton was like literally waiting by the piano, just waiting for Bernie to drop off the latest song that he wrote. And in the movie, it showed Elton John, he'd put the new handwritten song, on his keyboard, and just starts like playing just some basic
so did he have the
chords.
lyrics first? Was
Yep.
Bernie?
Yep.
Bernie was handing him a sheet of lyrics
Yep.
and saying, "Here's the lyrics.
Here's the
you
lyrics.
Put a melody to it."
Write it.
Crazy.
How cool
Because
is that?
as a songwriter myself,
Yeah.
I rarely. I'll think of lines.
Yeah.
I'll think of little. Well, I guess maybe rap is different, but I think of punchlines. I think of little things, maybe a structure of how I want to, or some thoughts or an idea for a song.
Right.
But I've never sat down and written a complete song with no music. I find that super interesting.
It's
because
fascinating.
It feels like it would be so difficult, especially for me as someone that writes songs. I need to hear the melody. I'm inspired by the music. The music comes first, and then the words come to me as I'm hearing the melody or as
Yep.
I'm flowing through the music.
Yeah.
That's
Not with this.
insane that
Not
he's
with
able
this.
to compose those
And
lyrics with
Elton
no music.
could not come up with any lyrics. He was not a songwriter as he started. This movie even showed, it did a great job showing Elton's childhood. And again, I don't know how true this is or was, but Elton John was a big part of this. I think he even produced some of this movie, if I'm correct on that. So I assume it to be real, and I'm good with that. But Elton John came from a really rough childhood. His mom was, kind of a naysayer, and just didn't really want to be heavily involved. And his dad was in the military, so he was in and out of the home. But when he was there, he didn't let Elton touch any of his stuff. Just was a really cold father, right? Is the feel that you get from this. So Elton John, so they found out his talent by, he just got on a piano one day, and his grandma, he was really close to his grandmother as a child, and he just starts kind of playing some just really crazy chords that he's never played before, never been known to do anything, and hears a song and just like plays it, echoes it on the piano. So that's so he had that natural talent, that natural
prodigy,
gift
that
of
kinda,
almost like an autistic individual would have,
yeah.
like just being able to listen to something one time and just go play it. That was kind of Elton John, it showed. So so Bernie, getting back to it, wrote all the songs for the most part, and then Elton would just put music to it, however he
cool.
felt inside.
Nice.
So what a great partnership. And then it goes into showing all the main, like, large parts of Elton's career. So when one of his first show was at the Troubadour in LA.
Yep.
Real small but very world renowned,
Especially
club,
now,
right?
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't back then when he was there.
It
Maybe
was still pretty small.
No, I'm not saying small, but it maybe not have been as well known.
Oh hell yeah, it was well known.
It was still way back in the day.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, and it said
What does that place seat?
I think probably between 300 and 400.
Okay, so very intimate.
And it's mostly a standing crowd. I mean, you it's almost like the Fillmore here in Denver.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
is what it's like.
That place is a little bigger though. You're sitting around 2,000.
The
there.
Fillmore is a lot
Like
bigger,
the-
but
Maybe
it's
1,000. I'm sorry.
Huh?
The Bluebird.
Gothic, Bluebird.
Yeah,
similar to that?
I would probably say Gothic or even a little smaller because it still has that bar club feel, which the Gothic and the Bluebird are still even bigger than that.
What about where we saw Macklemore? Was that the Bluebird?
Macklemore? No, that was the Ogden.
The Ogden.
That was bigger. I would say, have you ever been to the Black Sheep in the Springs?
Yes.
Black Sheep.
Performed there a couple times. Yep.
Black Sheep.
Okay.
Very intimate. Still feels like more of like a bar restaurant.
Almost like the Fox Theater in Boulder.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
All
That's
right.
it. Yep.
All right.
That's it. So, the movie did a great job, kind of just getting all the main events and major events of Elton's career, and it did such a great job with the outfits to
Cool,
match
man.
Elton's outfits
Sick.
all those times,
Yeah.
where he dressed like a woman, where he dressed like a man. Like that's what Elton was known for, was just the most extravagant shoes and outfits. And then of course, remember, he had the boots and then he started playing the piano with his feet. I mean, dude, he was just
Ultimate showman.
super entertaining and was the ultimate showman. And I think it did a great job doing that. It did segue into some of his drugs and alcohol. It did segue into the rehabs and what did that look like. His manager, again, I don't want to give too much away, but it does a great job. But I wouldn't say it's so much of a biopic.
You wouldn't say it is?
No,
Too
even though
Hollywood.
even though it does give in-depth details, which is what biopics are known to do, of someone's career, I would call it a musical fantasy.
What?
Like it was more of like a musical fantasy movie. And why I say that is because there were parts of the movie where it was more musical oriented, where they had these big groups of people singing his song, and then he's in there, and then he goes into a dream state and goes back to when he was a child, and it's very musical driven.
Okay.
And that's kind of where this fantasy comes in, and it's very dreamy in certain parts. So I would say
It's not like real time type of thing.
it goes back in time, goes out of time, goes in the future, and
So it's just no like chronicle.
yeah, no, it's not chronologically done. It does from a career perspective, but yeah, it goes back and forth, and then it just has this really musical vibe set up. And I put the fantasy in there is just because of how the cinematography was freaking mind blowing. It was insane. It was beautiful. So yeah, musical fantasy. If you have that going into a musical fantasy movie, going into it, you're gonna understand what I mean when you see it. But well worth watching because it does have a lot of the bio stuff. It does detail a lot of the main events of his career. So if you didn't know anything about Elton, you'll definitely know a lot about Elton. And if not, or if you do know a lot about Elton, you're going to be singing the whole time in the theater. Dude, we were sitting by old couples, young couples. That whole theater was singing together.
I was in it. Did
I've
they play
never
like
seen
a lot
anything.
of full songs? Did they play a lot of?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
So, man, a great movie. I was really, really pumped on it. There was a great review that I saw out there. And I'll get to that, but the acting was phenomenal. The acting was some of the best acting I've seen probably
Really?
all year in a movie. That Taron Egerton that we talked about, who played Elton, just killed it. From the look, they got his teeth just like Elton. He's really buff, dude. Actually, a really good looking kid. You know, Robin's got a little man crush on him.
Nice.
But he had a little pot belly just like Elton throughout the latter part of the movie.
You put on a little weight.
Oh
huh?
my God.
Wow.
It was done so well. And like I said, Taron sang all this, and he actually sings on the soundtrack. Man, he did a great job just representing Elton, the mannerisms, which I know are important to you, right? When we do Halloween costumes, if you don't have mannerisms, I'm not going.
Right. Yeah.
That's
exactly.
what it is, right?
Yeah.
Wade and Garth, Kramer from Seinfeld.
Yes.
This guy did a great job.
Awesome.
Everything from look to feel, even sound. I could even hear it. So a great movie. And I found this review. This is interesting. So, Rocketman is everything that Bohemian Rhapsody needed to be. I haven't felt this way about a musical since Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I don't know what that is, but Taron Egerton and all of the supporting cast was amazing. I don't know if I've ever seen this level of acting from him before, and the fact that he sings every song so bloody well truly elevates his performance. I was completely captivated by the musical performance in this film. Just amazing, man. What a cool movie. So I think everyone should see it.
So have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes, I've seen most of it.
Well, that's what I like. That's why I wanted to get Dal's
Yeah.
review on this, because not only has he seen Bohemian Rhapsody,
Yeah.
he's seen The Dirt
So-
on Netflix with Motley Crue.
Would you agree with this review?
Yeah, no, I thought, I mean, this one, I think the acting was good in Bohemian Rhapsody. That Malik guy,
Rami Malek, yeah.
Rami, yeah, he did a great job playing Freddie Mercury. There's no doubt about it from his mannerisms as well. But this one was different. This one, again, that whole musical vibe, the fantasy behind it, the
Yeah.
acting, overall.
Because it seemed like the Queen one was more like real time, real life type of thing.
for sure.
And
it was
this is like
it
a
was
fantasy,
it
so-
was a biopic. This one had just so many extras built into it.
So
You know,
can you even like compare these two? I feel like.
I wouldn't compare them. No, they're completely
Because,
different,
yeah.
and that's why I say this one isn't as much as of a biopic. Queen definitely, or Bohemian Rhapsody was. That was about Freddie Mercury, and it zeroed on him more than Queen, but it showed the events of how Queen got from one place to another, and ends kind of at the Live Aid performance.
That's what I was going to say. It sounds like, well, in Bohemian Rhapsody, it ends at Live Aid. And
Yeah.
They're still young, and that's the end.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were dissatisfied
Yeah.
with that. It sounds like where he said with Elton,
It
they go
shows
into his
entire
later
life.
ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's older.
does.
It's more.
It does.
Gives
And
you a little more, and I think that's what you liked about it.
Yeah, and then at the end, it even on the credits or whatever, it's giving you the credits, and it's also talking about all the accolades that Elton has done just as a philanthropist. You know, he, God damn, I don't want to give too much away. He ended up finding love. Everybody in the world always told him, and his family included, that he'd never find love. And he found love with an individual. They adopted a child together. Like, it was...
The way your face is lighting up talking about it, it sounds
Dude,
just beautiful.
It
dude.
was a beautifully done film.
That's awesome, man.
You
I
know,
can't
I
wait to
really
see it now.
enjoyed it.
Super
Robin and
excited.
I, because we saw John Wick was the last one in
Oh,
theater.
right.
And going from that to this, I mean,
John Wick is awesome.
yeah.
I just saw John Wick 2. Best movie.
Did you see the
ever.
first one?
Not yet.
You got to see the first one.
It made sense. Like I knew what
I'm
happened.
happy for you.
But yeah, John Wick is
I'm happy for
effing
you.
awesome. Man.
But if the Elton John is the soundtrack of a lot of people's lives.
Oh, for
And
sure.
the things that he's done, just him being him for his whole entire life, never doing what people told him to do, never, dude,
being
just
pushed into a box or being
a cut above the rest. He is that dude, and he just, it's so feel good.
I
The
told
movie's
you,
so
man, one
feel
of the
good.
greatest shows I've ever seen is I saw Elton at Caesar's Palace
Yeah,
with one of my best friends, Vitzer. It was something I'll never forget, dude.
that's awesome.
Sick, man. One of the sickest shows.
Have I talked you into seeing it?
Oh, of course. Yeah,
You gotta see it.
I can't wait now. This is gonna jump above Bohemian Rhapsody, above
Yeah,
The Dirt, above the other ones. I
My
need to see.
opinion, it should.
Yeah,
My opinion.
I'm really excited to see this one. Maybe I'll go do that this weekend.
Nice.
Enjoy myself.
Gotcha,
Like me and Elton play career Russian roulette.
dude.
All right, so as I fade out the Elton here, let me let's move into, before we go into the sports talk, let's talk about this OJ case, man.
Oof.
25 years ago, what do you remember? What do you first remember about hearing this? 1994. Obviously, you remember the white Bronco,
Yeah,
the chase,
the
all the stuff that went down. Where were you, and were you processing it? Did you care? Did you know OJ? Were you a big fan of him? Did you know what was going on?
Yeah. So yes, I knew what was going on. I was never a big fan of OJ because he was obviously before my time. I knew of OJ. I knew his accolades. If anything, I knew OJ more from the Naked Gun series, right?
Leslie
I
Nielsen?
did, yeah, with Leslie Nielsen. That's where I knew OJ for actor,
Right.
not so much the football player. But again, I knew of him and what he had done. That being said, yes, I was well tuned into this, from the Bronco chase to the whole entire court things. If the glove does not fit, you must acquit. I remember all this shit. My mom was so locked into this court case, along with thousands and thousands of just regular people. We were locked on this, right? Because you have lunch. You had the judge Lance Ito, I think was his name. Like, I know all these characters, man. This is what put the Kardashians on the map. Their father,
right.
was involved with this.
Did they turn the whole situation into a reality TV show in a way?
Absolutely. We all were tuned in every day to see what the latest and newest findings were with the case. Like, we were involved. The only thing similar to this was maybe the John Bonet, how everybody with court and stuff was just, this was the new reality show.
And the news, you had to tune into the news because the internet, you weren't really going, there was no really internet popping.
Yeah.
Like you weren't jumping on the internet and going on and finding info.
Yeah.
So you just had to wait, dude, and get the news updates.
You were tuning in to 5 o'clock news if they had an update, or the 9 o'clock news, or the 10 o'clock news.
What made it so big? Because like I've heard of like different people, like that Patriots player. I think it was a couple years ago.
Aaron Hernandez?
Didn't he murder? I don't know exactly who he murdered, but it's like
this was the first of its kind.
Yeah.
This was like the first high-profile athlete to be involved in a double murder, and he's running from police in a high-speed chase.
Yeah.
I still don't even know if we've seen. There's been athletes that have committed crimes, but they're not driving down the freeway in California
with his
running
friend
from the cops.
Al Collins. Like, how do I remember all these names, dude? Because I was locked in.
Yeah.
My mom had us locked in on every day. What is the latest finding? What's the newest finding? And what made it so exciting, JJ, is why reality TV is so popular today. That was our first taste of it. We're seeing celebrities, we're
kind of seeing the dirt.
We're trying to figure out what happened. Like, this is a double homicide. Did a celebrity do this? This is intriguing to all of us Americans and even non-Americans. I'm sure we're tuned into this, but it was the first taste that we all got.
Did you guys watch the series? Well, obviously it sounds like you didn't, but
JJ wasn't a thought.
JJ
much less an
wasn't even
afterthought.
alive.
No, this series just came out.
I know.
The
But
People versus O.J. Simpson on Netflix. Did you guys watch that at all?
I watched some of it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either, but I heard it was awesome. I heard it was well executed. It gives you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
If you want to learn about it, if you want to be up on it, if you want to see why it was so crazy, it's 10 episodes. It's on Netflix.
So is it just about the trial? Because I know he make
case,
a
the
book
trial
about of how I would have done it.
Yes, more.
Yeah.
He wrote a book called If I Would Have Done It.
Okay.
Which is basically a confession
to
him doing it, which is insane in itself. They don't go back and arrest him for that, but he does get thrown in jail for breaking into a place and stealing some of his memorabilia. Yeah. Actually, I don't even know if he broke in. I think he wouldn't let the guy go. It was like holding him
hostage.
Yeah, unless he gave back his stuff or something nuts.
I heard he's like chilling in Las Vegas right now.
Spinning in jail, yeah.
Yep. In his bubble of positivity.
Yeah. It was just crazy, man. It was a crazy time, but for me, the whole thing is almost unreal, just how it all went down. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're talking about one of the greatest running backs of all time.
Yeah,
one of the greatest athletes we've seen at that position, and it's just crazy what happened. But I have these prank calls. This is when he was trying to promote a book. And he was on the show, and they decided it would be a good idea. I don't even know who the lady is interviewing him. I would love to give her credit, but I have no clue who she is, and I couldn't find anything on it. But she did a great job of continuing the interview and trying to keep going with it, because she could have cut it off after the first one. But who would have thought it would be a good idea to take calls with O.J. Simpson? Like, you don't think there's going to be mad roasting going on here? Like, this is old, dude. This is like... it's old, bro.
Early 2000s?
So was this before or after the case?
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's old,
so
dude.
After.
Yeah, after. Check this out, man. This is some funny stuff here.
Go to Kevin, I believe, in New Jersey. Kevin, what's your question for OJ? Kevin, what's your question for OJ?
Hi, good show, dude. My kid Chris was wondering, do you think it was a bigger feat to break 2,000 yards in one season or slice 2 necks in one night?
I'm having a little trouble, Kevin, hearing you.
Wow.
Damn.
My kid was wondering, do you think it's a bigger feat to break 2,000 yards in a season or slice 2 necks in one night? Oh, my.
Wow. And then OJ says, I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, all of a sudden he becomes deaf. Yeah. all of a sudden, Isn't it funny when someone asks someone a question that they're very uncomfortable with?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny they either lose their hearing,
Yeah.
or they get amnesia and they just like forget where they're at or what's going on. Wait, what?
That,
on a radio show?
Yeah,
What?
that reminds me of like in with retail, you take a lot of calls during the week,
Yeah.
and it is funny. I got called out the other day. They're like, "Hey, Dallas, what do you think?" I'm like, "Huh? Sorry, I stepped out of the room for a second. What's going on?" Same.
Deny.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was
Same
OJ.
thing.
I'm having a little trouble hearing you. Karen. No, you heard me. No, you heard me just fine.
Yeah.
What are you doing? So here, let me. You want to hear OJ lose his hearing again?
Yeah.
Watch
Let me.
this.
All right, Alex is listening to us in Ohio. Hey, Alex.
Yes. Hey, Alex.
Hey, how you doing?
Not
Juice?
bad.
Juice, can you hear me, Juice?
Yes, I can hear you, buddy.
Can you hear me, Juice?
Yeah, remember when you played for the 49ers?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you kill Bill Walsh?
This is
He just looks around, and then on this clip, it's funny. I wish it. This isn't the clip I was playing yesterday. I was dying laughing. But he just pauses and he's like, I think the phone's breaking up a little bit.
Did you kill Bill Walsh?
Steve from
Steve.
Allentown. How you doing?
Not too bad, Steve.
It was reported back during the famous chase, that went on in '94.
Yes.
It was reported on CBS 3 here in Philadelphia that by Larry Menti that you were squeezing your helmet.
That I was what?
Hey, how are you doing?
Not bad, Brett.
Hey, OJ, I had a question for you. With everything that Michael Vick has been going through and being indicted, I was just wondering if you wanted to meet me on the Jersey Shore to do live.
There we go.
I cut him
You're
off.
going to get jokers, but that's the great thing. It's
Well,
wide
as I
open.
said, no, I don't mind. I mean,
Yeah.
people can say what if it's negative or what, as long as they're serious about the question they're asking. It's easier to tell a joke, but it don't bother.
It's easy to tell a joke, but it don't bother me. I thought the slicing two necks in one night was pretty hilarious.
Wow.
The
2,000
Bill Walsh
yards.
kid
or
was
slicing
wondering.
two
My
necks.
kid was wondering. Yeah, he started out with my kid is wondering. That's funny stuff there. But yeah, man, I think the whole OJ Simpson thing, it had us captivated as a nation. And if you want to relive it, man, you definitely go check out that series, The People versus OJ Simpson on Netflix. 10 episodes. I think it came out in 2016.
So I'm guessing you both think he did it, correct?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Okay.
Of course. Of course.
Because I know, I was hearing that some people still believe he never did it, but I feel
Yeah,
like that's a
well-
little hard to believe. Even though, I was also hearing that with blood, it just kind of shrunk the glove, so that's why it never fit.
Yeah. Could be, but yeah, I mean, it seemed like it was all the evidence was there and pretty easy to make decisions. But what do we know? But it was captivating, nonetheless.
Yeah, to say the
That's for
least.
sure.
Let's move into with all that. Let's move into the Stanley Cup Finals last night, man. Congratulations
congrats
to the
to
St. Louis Blues.
Hey, guess who watched hockey for the first time?
No way.
For real?
This guy.
Wow.
I'm in the game. I could give you reviews. I could give you opinions. What do you guys want?
I watched
You
it too.
don't
We went
watch
to the Rocks
your own
and then,
damn team, but
yeah.
you're more than willing to watch the Stanley Cup
Well, it
Finals.
was Game 7 Stanley Cup. It was the last game of the season. We
Yeah.
obviously knew that.
I know, but
So
still,
let's not
come
give
on.
him that much credit.
Yeah, I want to see the cup celebration.
Yeah, I was watching it with Roselli after the Rocks game. We went and watched it. He had 100. He put up 165 to win 100 on the Bruins for the series.
Not good.
Yikes.
Not good. So
Below not good.
good.
I had to watch him suffer last night.
Oh, yeah.
The whole game, because obviously they were down 2-0 in the first period. No goals scored in the second period. Blues put up another 2 in the third.
Oh.
He's just he was
dying.
He was feeling.
Below not good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
So he lost 165 last night on the series. So that sucked.
Yeah.
But overall, man, I thought the series itself was good. Does Boston have enough titles?
Yeah. What they
St.
have?
Louis lost their damn
honestly,
football
this-
team.
Yeah.
Those people out there. Go ahead.
This really isn't an L for Boston, I feel like,
No,
because
no.
next year they're going to be in the playoffs for another chance.
They'll be
So
back
it's like-
around.
Oh yeah.
They'll be back
Exactly.
around. Their team's been solid.
Yeah. Didn't Boston have
That's-
enough with their Red Sox and their
That city
Patriots?
has
Like-
won way too much.
That's what I'm saying. We're cool. Boston doesn't need another one. I'm glad to see St. Louis get it there, get the cup. You know, there was a lot of famous people, St. Louis, super excited about it.
Yeah.
It sucks they couldn't win it at home because they were just getting booed throughout the ceremony. Those people were just ridiculous, but it is what it is.
Dude, I'll talk about this bet that this individual made here a little bit later because he even stated, he's like...
No, go ahead. Get into it now.
They're a better road team.
So what was the bet? Give me the whole breakdown on the whole thing.
All right. So the bet itself was this individual by the name of Scott Berry. So he was in Las Vegas. And at the time that he was in Las Vegas, this was January. And if you guys can go back to January, I don't expect you guys to know because I don't know much about
They were
hockey.
the 31st worst team in the league, weren't they?
They were the worst.
Oh, they were the worst.
I think they were the
I thought they were like second to worst.
They were the absolute worst as far as I have heard. So you might be right. So you might check my facts on that. But they were absolutely the worst. So he's a St. Louis guy. So he made an emotional bet. And we know what happens with emotional bets. That's why we don't bet on local teams, you and I, right? Yeah. We're not going to take Broncos. We're not going to take Rockies. We're just not going to make those bets because it's too emotional. It is what it is. That being said, he was in Vegas, and it sounds like he was at the Paris, is what the ticket reads as Paris.
I'm seeing it here, yeah.
So he bet $400 on his hometown team, and Barry would profit over $100,000 if they won, not only made it to the playoffs, not only made it into the finals, but won the championship. Now, that being said, before we get into that, this Scott Berry was offered to hedge his bets. So he got offers for bettors to buy him out at $75,000 when the Blues were up 3-2 before Game 6.
That's pretty good.
And he said, absolutely not. It is bad karma for the team that you were rooting for. That's exactly his words. He's like, I'm not going to bring that bad karma. No way. Don't want it. So he absolutely went against that, which is super crazy. But as you know, so the odds, it was for the Blues to win the Stanley Cup, they were at 250 to 1 odds.
Damn.
So that's what the odds were. So 400, to net over 100K. So that's what that looks like. But obviously he ended up winning. And all he says is, hey, I was just a hometown guy. This is where I'm from. This is my team. It was an emotional bet. I just really wanted them to win and, got lucky.
Wow, dude.
So, so then a lot of people have, wanted to see him. A lot of people were inviting him to watch the game with them yesterday. Where are you going to watch it? Blah, blah, blah. What are you going to do? I think he ended up going to like a local bar, that one of his buddies owned, kind of more of an intimate family feel on that is the last that I heard. But long story short, dreams can happen. I'm going to Disneyland.
Look at this, dude. Here's a quote from him. It's so funny. It's like I never in a million years thought I would be watching a game where I'm either $100,000 victor or I'm walking away with my tail between my legs. But I've got all the faith in these guys. I still think they're going to do it. They're a better road team, so tonight's going to be an emotional roller coaster. You'll probably see me in tears either way. That is sick.
Couldn't say it better.
Couldn't it, dude? And obviously, if you're throwing 400 down on there, you're probably in a pretty good spot. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like no one can just say, I can afford to give up $100,000, but you're probably in a good spot. And it's money that he didn't have anyway. I love the way he did it. Can I say I would have done that? No. I would have taken 75 G's. Here, have the ticket. I don't care. If I'm taking a guaranteed 75 G's, what's the extra 25?
Yeah.
That ain't worth, who cares? Just give me the 75 and I'm out.
Yeah.
Let me put that towards my business. Let me put that towards the things I'm working like
Steve Miller says, go on, take your money and run.
Exactly. Woo, woo, woo. There you are, bro.
Got him.
There you are, man. So big time win, not only for the St. Louis Blues, first Stanley Cup in their 52-year history.
52 years, yes, sir.
But also a big win for Scott Berry. The gentleman being paid out.
No doubt.
Awesome, man. Awesome stuff.
Didn't even have to go to Jeopardy to win it.
Oh shit.
Great.
Congrats again to the Blues. Any Blues fans? I don't know if we have anyone from St. Louis or any Blues fans that listen. I haven't heard.
Did you see the leaked photo of where Ozzy Osbourne got arrested?
No.
He was wearing the St. He was wearing the St. Louis Blues shirt.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
wearing a jersey.
He got arrested last night? Or
No, this was years ago.
I was about to say,
so everybody was like putting that went
funny.
viral, and it was like, oh, congratulations, St. Louis Blues, blah blah blah, and it shows Ozzy wearing the shirt on his mugshot.
That's tight. I did not see that.
Way
sick.
sick.
Look that up.
Yeah.
Super.
He looked strung
cool.
out as hell because obviously that was in his prime, man. So I would say that was probably circa probably late 80s. I think is when that photo is from.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should check that out. It's
Damn.
tight. Yeah, man. So Blues, good for you. 52-year history. That's awesome, man. And they showed who not only the better team was, but they were the better road team.
Yeah, that was the key there. It was the
was?
whole key in the series, everything. And it was just crazy to see them dominate Boston. I mean, it wasn't a close win.
Dude.
It wasn't an OT. It wasn't a triple OT. It was literally just a blowout win. It looked like the Bruins didn't even show up. They didn't look motivated. They didn't look fast. They looked bad, dude.
Dude, I will
From the jump.
I will tell you what's his name? Jordan Bennington.
The rookie
goalie,
goaltender,
dude.
yeah.
Oh my God. 32 shots faced last night. And just held strong because Boston had so many opportunities, dude. As a matter of fact, I feel like that third period, I feel like Boston had the control. Like they kept it on their side most of that third period. And I was like, damn, one of these is going to have to go in. But then you would see the separation, how the Blues got the separation, and just, I don't know, man. It was like the Blues were just held by the grace of God. I don't know. Like it was over. Like we just knew the Blues were going to win watching that game last night. But that goalie, man, the amount of saves that he had, I can't imagine the confidence that instilled in his team. I mean, he was stopping everything, you know.
Brick wall.
So I was really impressed with him. So I wanted to give shots to him, man. That guy was killing it.
For sure. I think I'm cool on that. You ready to move forward?
For sure.
All right. So congrats to the Blues. Kevin Durant injury. Little NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have the game tonight. This could be the end.
So
3-2 on Toronto.
Congrats, Dallas. You won the $5.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, franchise paid out quick. Didn't even have
really?
to ask. Just
Okay.
he even tell him how you titled it.
The Thin Man.
The Thin Man.
Because that's what Scott Van Pelt always calls him.
The Thin Man.
Scott Van Pelt. Kevin Durant, the Thin
The
Man
Thin
for
Man.
3. So I just sent him the payment. The
Yeah.
Thin Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously
That's it.
Kevin Durant played. Did he start? He started, right, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you see him before the game started? Like him doing his like weird dancing and getting his
Warm up?
his people pumped. Man, where do you even start with this, man? Everybody knew that it was Achilles. Everybody knew that there was a tie there because the calf is tied down by that tendon there and just keeps everything tied and locked down. So everybody had to know that that he still had this issue, and then if you put a lot of stress on it, that this could aggravate it. He was cleared by the medical staff. Where do you go from here?
Exactly.
I got to do it for my team.
I don't understand how people are blaming
His
the
love for
Warriors.
basketball.
Blaming. Are you seeing all that criticism that the
absolutely.
Warriors are getting for forcing him to be
He
out
should
there?
have never
pushing him out there?
played.
Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? The guy said he was healthy. He was cleared by the medical staff.
He
What more
wanted
do you
to
want?
play.
What more do you guys want at that point?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
No doubt. I got a whole new respect for him. You know, he's still got the worst hair in the league. You know, there's no.
I thought you said Trae Young had the worst hair in the league.
Oh man, it's a toss up between those two.
You are the worst.
Have you seen the top of Durant's head?
He's getting
Dude,
ball. He's getting a little ball.
I saw so many viral videos of people like when they show Kevin Durant's head on TV that you had people like trying to brush it through the TV.
Oh my goodness.
Poor guy, just brush it, man. Do a little farming. Like I said, like Teddy says, go ahead and pick the weeds.
Do a little garden. Yeah.
Do a little
Tend
gardening.
the garden.
Okay. But no, it's super bad hair. But man, I got a whole new respect for Durant.
What do you? Just a second. What's he supposed to do? Just shave his head, right?
Propecia.
No, it's.
Bosley.
Oh my gosh.
No?
What? I don't really care.
Hair
I'm
plug.
not that concerned about another man's
Hair plugs.
hair, especially or appearance, especially hair. I
Hey.
don't care. Whatever people want to do is what they want to do. I get clowned for appearance all the time. I don't care.
Me either, but look good, feel good.
He doesn't care. He's
the thin
He's
man.
All I
literally
do is look
one
down
of
and be
the
like, Kevin
best
Durant.
players in the NBA.
Second best player in
Think I
the
have any
league,
issue with my
arguably.
hair? Kevin
Yeah.
Durant.
He could
cares?
not give a fuck.
Right. Who cares?
He's tight.
Start worrying about all that stuff. Jeez.
But anyways, I got a whole new respect for Kevin Durant after this. You know, I think there was a lot of rumors going around that Kevin Durant doesn't care. He's just sitting. You know, he doesn't want to support his team because of the injury. Because we saw ice on the calf. And then, like, the next 2 games, we see ice, like, near the Achilles. We don't know what's going on.
Right.
What's real, what's not. But all these rumors come up. But all those rumors can be put to rest. Kevin Durant is a warrior.
Warrior.
And no pun intended.
Yeah, for real.
He is a
though.
warrior, and he just wants to play ball. He just wants to get out there. Do you have his his Instagram comment?
And did the MRI confirm it?
The MRI didn't. He just went into emergency surgery and got it repaired. And then how we all found out that there was obviously a tear was Kevin Durant came out on his Instagram.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
And did a post stating exactly what happened, and he'll be back better than ever and the whole thing.
We'll read it. Let's see. Easy Money Sniper.
What
This is
the
IG.
hell?
Yeah.
That's his IG account if you want to
That's
follow.
one of them.
KD.
Easy.
That's his non-burner.
Non-burner.
Easy
Ooh.
Sniper.
Easy Money
Oh, easy money.
Sniper.
Yeah.
All spelled normal. What's up, everybody? I wanted to update you all. I did rupture my Achilles. Surgery was today, and it was a success. Easy money in all caps. My road back starts now. I got my family and my loved ones by my side, and we truly appreciate all the messages and support people have sent our way. Like I said Monday, I'm hurting deeply, but I'm okay. Basketball is my biggest love, and I wanted to be out there that night because that's what I do. I wanted to help my teammates on our quest for the three-peat. It's just the way that things go in this game, and I'm proud that I gave it my all. Physically, and I'm proud my brothers got the W. It's going to be a journey, but I'm built for this. I'm a hooper. I know my brothers can get this game 6, and I will be cheering with Dub Nation while they do it. There you go.
I love it.
Kevin Durant, man. The
love
thin
it.
man.
The thin man can. No, I'm really impressed with him. I'm really impressed. They say it's really, really hard for a 7-foot plus, individual
Ooh, I
to
didn't
come back.
think about that.
To come back from an injury like this.
Achilles is tough no matter what.
You
We're
look
talking,
you look at Boogie Cousins, how he came back. Well, is he successful? Well, I think he's still out of condition. He's not in basketball condition, even after all this time that he had to sit out. But you look at these tall guys, man, these can be career-ending injuries. There's no doubt about it. And it seems like the really, really tall guys, 7 foot plus, really have a hard time coming back. But I think there is something to be said about, your mental health and where you're at, and what you're prepared to go through and your rehabilitation process. I see Kevin Durant coming back, maybe not stronger than ever, but he still has a lot of career ahead of him. So I wish him the best, with recovery. What do you think?
I agree, man. I think everything you said is spot on there.
Yeah.
I don't have any I don't wish ill will on Kevin Durant. A lot of people don't like Kevin Durant because he went to the Warriors, whatever,
Sure.
all that stuff. I mean, a little bit is kind of like, it's, if you're not a Warriors fan, if you're a fan of any other team, you're kind of like, it's the rich get richer. It's a little ridiculous,
Sure.
but it is what it is. You know what I mean? The Raptors are showing that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you want to be upset with anybody, be upset with Boogie Cousins. That seems like the move to get a ring. Kevin
Right.
Durant has earned his respect, has been there, done that.
He doesn't need them.
Yeah, look at Boogie Cousins. You want to be mad at anybody, be mad at him.
I think it's just so crazy the amount of injuries the Warriors have had. Not only the amount of stars that they have on the team, but then the amount of injuries that they've had this
Total.
Past
postseason.
month.
Yeah.
It's just like the Drake curse has been. I texted you that. I was like, dude, this Drake curse is unreal.
It's-
after Durant went down, I was like, geez, dude, this
It's
guy's
the
got like
most real,
a
yeah.
voodoo doll. He was probably sitting at the freaking thing courtside,
Well, yeah.
poking Durant in the ankle. It's something else. dude.
Totally. Well, and knock on wood here in the studio, Steph Curry's got glass ankles as well. I mean,
Yeah.
that fool can.
A lot of ankle
He
injuries.
has had ankle on ankle and ankle
Goes back to
injuries.
college, yeah,
I
with
mean,
him.
and for Davidson, yeah. I mean, he could go down at any moment. And again, knock on wood, Warriors fans. I'm not wanting that because these star players do make the NBA better and make it more worth watching. So the Warriors, man, they have had a hell of a time. Clay going down, Steph always having the ankle issue, Kevon Looney, Durant. Look at Boogie, how he had obviously the Achilles. I mean, it's just
wild.
Injury after injury. And and Iguodala, what is he having? I think he has is
He's
his
been
shoulder
battling.
is
He's
his
been
shoulder or
battling the
knee or
quad.
quad.
He's been battling the quad the whole time. Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
It's been crazy.
So-
I'm excited for Game 6, though. I'm excited to see what happens. Obviously, I want to see Golden State
What
win
does
tonight
that
so we can get a
mean?
Game 7.
Yeah.
For Golden
wanna-
State.
What do you mean? What does it mean for them?
Well, without having KD.
They haven't had
is that
KD,
like-
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
They're
I
going to be
don't-
the same.
is,
I think they're used to it. This is good because it's not like they lost KD for the first time here going into Game 6, and now
Right.
they have to
It's
figure
just
out how they're
normal?
going to. Yeah, it's like we've been without him. We've won without him. We played they played the whole series without the guy, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. I think this is not as bad as it could be if this was happening for the first time.
Sure.
If he wasn't re-injuring, and I guess it's a new injury, but it's an injury to something else, but it's still him being re-injured and being out. So same thing with Cousins. You had him coming back that first night, 28-minute lift was awesome. He played the next night, didn't really show up. Then he came back again, showed up. So same kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Got to be used to, got to just be ready. And I think as long as you have Clay and Steph, I give them a shot.
The Splash
Clay and
Brothers,
Steph, dude, as long as they got those cats, you give them a shot at any time.
Yeah, for sure.
So Clay's fully healthy too.
I don't know if he's
I
fully,
wouldn't
but
say
he's
fully.
good. He's good
He's
enough.
good, yeah.
Yeah, he's good enough to get her
Re-injure
going.
himself.
Yeah, no, I think he's good enough.
So yeah, I hope just to kind of button it up, I hope to see the Golden State win tonight as well, just because it's better for the NBA, it's better for fans. And
I'm not ready to just have baseball left.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm not ready.
I want to see a Game 7.
That's right.
I love it. I love winner take all. It's my favorite. My favorite thing in sports. Winner
It's going
take
to
all.
be, yeah, man, it's going to be the cast.
We gotta wait a month and a half for
Yeah.
anything cool to happen.
Yeah,
Jeez.
training camp will be here before we know it, but it will be. This is our first off season with the cast.
Yeah.
Of just having baseball. And I mean, obviously, you know, baseball, even hockey, even they're not crazy topics here on the show until you get into the playoffs because it's just there's so many games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not ready for it. I'm hoping the Warriors pull it off tonight. We get a Game 7.
Yeah, same.
So that's what I'm looking for. Let's move into the next topic, which would be Hard Knocks, man. Raiders announced, shocking, shocking news.
Yeah.
We talked about this
I
a
think
few
we
weeks
called
ago.
it. Yeah.
Who didn't call it? I mean, no way.
Perfect.
It's a perfect setup.
You know, no way.
With
John
the amount of
Gruden
drama
wants to be out,
queens they
wants
have?
to bring cameras into his facilities and be all over the TV. No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
Getting ready to move to Vegas? What?
Right. And I thought that was my worry is I thought they'd make them wait until next year. But honestly, we went down the list, dude.
Yeah.
It's bare
It is.
this year. There was like five or six teams that were eligible, and this is easily the most intriguing situation.
Oh, absolutely.
Not only because they have a new coach, not only because they're homeless, not only because you have Antonio Brown there with Vontaze Burfict, who's the guy that put him out into concussion protocol.
Love it.
A few years back, or they've had a little rivalry the past few years going on from Cincinnati to Pittsburgh. Now they're in the same locker room. Oh, what about your boy Nate Peterman, my Uncle Roselli's cousin? I don't know if you know that. Nate Peterman's my Uncle Roselli's third cousin. Oh, yes, Mr. 6 picks and 1/2 for Buffalo, has now signed with the Oakland Raiders. He's in there behind Derek Carr. I mean, we're nothing short of storylines here. There's a lot of storylines. Am I forgetting anything? What about the wacky owner with the crazy haircut?
Yeah.
What about that guy?
Dude, they're
Throw him
saying-
on camera.
So
Yeah.
are they gonna just practice at a high school or something, or what?
JJ, they're homeless.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. But like,
I feel like you're throwing shots right now. I feel like
I
you're trying
am
to
a
make
little
fun
bit,
of them.
like-
I feel like you're trying to make fun of the homeless.
yeah.
It's unfortunate on your
Dude,
part.
the Raiders on Hard
Homeless
Knocks.
millionaires. What
No.
are you talking about?
The
They're
Raiders on
homeless.
Hard Knocks, in my opinion, is just literally a gift from the content gods.
Yeah.
Like, let's play.
Have you seen on social media, have you seen anyone saying, I've seen a lot of people, I don't know a lot, but a fair amount of people saying, oh, the show's tired, the show's worn out. Yeah. I don't understand that at all. I'm like, I look forward to this show every single year.
Yeah.
People say it's run its course. It's just been going too long. I don't feel like that at all.
At all.
I feel like the show's great. I feel like there's intriguing stories every year. Honestly, I don't feel like Antonio Brown is probably going to be on the show that much. Usually the star players, you look back to the Atlanta Falcons a few years back, you didn't see a ton of Julio Jones. You didn't see a crazy amount of Matt Ryan. You see all the guys that are on the bubble trying to make the team. You see all the little stories that are kind of behind the scenes. It's not like they just give you surface level coverage. That's what I like about Hard Knocks. The producers and HBO do a great job of diving deep into the team so you can learn some shit about the team you probably wouldn't know about. And a lot of times by watching Hard Knocks, you end up knowing more about that team than you probably know about your own team. Unless you do a job like we do and you're researching and you're studying. If you just follow your team casually, but then you watch Hard Knocks on another team, you probably learn a little bit more.
Right.
So I think the show's great.
Plus-
I have no idea what people are talking about this. It's burned out. What's up?
I feel like with those like high profile athletes, they put all their shit on social media, so you always know what they're up to.
Yeah.
With everyone else, you have no idea who the fuck they are
Right.
and how they got on
JJ,
the team.
jeez.
My bad.
Wow.
Goodness. You have no idea who they are. Would have just been fine.
Yeah.
Would have been just fine, JJ. There was no emphasis needed there. It was just a very unnecessary bomb there. Just an unnecessary blast for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Monday Midsole.
Yeah, no, I'm excited, man. I think this is gonna be some great content, and I don't care how they do it. I don't have any scope of how I want HBO and them to do it. I got my popcorn ready.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it.
I got my
Just
popcorn ready.
That's it. Yeah, I'm
Ready
excited.
for the train wreck?
I think it's one of the coolest months or 5 weeks, whatever they do, in reality TV.
Yeah.
It's there. every single week they're editing the new episode that week. So it's not like this was filmed 3 months ago, 6 months ago. It's awesome, dude.
Such a quick
I don't
turnaround.
understand how people don't.
And if you fools are the ones out there that that aren't trying to tune into Hard Knocks because it's aged and it's old and it's
Right.
whatever, well, don't tune in here.
Yeah, because we're gonna be talking about the show. It's gonna be entertaining as hell.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be.
this can be some
great
of our
fun.
greatest shows.
Right. Great fun. There's gonna be some classic quotes from Gruden. Gonna be some classic looks from your boy Davis.
Yeah.
Chucky doll.
You know,
We're gonna have to have another iPad for soundboards specifically for Hard Knocks.
Davis and
Be prepared.
that would be dope.
Be prepared.
I already saw that Davis and Gruden are actually going. They have a segment set up. They're going to the barber shop together.
Oh, nice.
They're getting the same haircut.
The barbershop talk.
They're getting the Jim Carrey joint.
You are one pathetic loser.
The grinding on the nails.
Yeah, the Sparks. He's holding his shoulders.
Totally. Yeah.
Gruden's holding Mark Davis's shoulders down.
Wow.
Oh, dude, we got to
Yeah.
put that meme.
Got it.
Photoshop that together.
If they did a LeBron Shop spinoff of Gruden and Davis,
Oh wow.
I
That would be good.
I think we could produce it. Springsteen, could you produce it?
Probably.
We do the shop.
Springsteen.
We do the shop, but
Yeah.
it's Gruden and Davis
The shop with
instead of
Gruden and Dave.
LeBron and
that
Maverick.
would be awful.
Oh, dude, that would be great.
It'd be the best,
It'd be great
best show
fun.
ever.
That'd be great fun. We need to get that going. Hell yeah! All right, let's move into. So we're into Hard Knocks. We always also look forward to Ballers. Comes back around the same time, around football season. Hard Knocks. What is it? September, October, somewhere in there. Ballers starts.
Ish.
So
or,
do they
or is it
link-
August? What's
do
up?
they take the show and link it to real life? I'm guessing. Is
What do
there
you
like
mean?
any like certain things that come up like let's say an athlete gets signed to a certain team, does that same thing happen in Ballers? Like that's like very kind of
Say it again.
small. Like
I'm confused.
for example, how like I don't know if Denver's in Ballers, but if
They haven't been yet. No.
okay. I'm just saying, like, are real life athletes in
No,
Ballers?
no.
Or is this
The
all
only
like,
thing that's real is the team. The NFL teams. They use the Dolphins. They use the Browns.
so they don't go
use
into
the-
like they're not like Hard Knocks where they just kind of
No,
take B-roll
no,
of the
no,
actual
no.
teams.
Hard Knocks is a documentary
Yeah.
style reality show that's giving you a look of what's actually going
Because
on
I like
in the locker room.
saw some photos of
Ballers is
Ballers,
not.
and I saw like The Rock standing on the sideline. And I think it was like Kansas City Chiefs, and I
That's-
thought they literally went to like,
They did. They
So-
have it all set up with the NFL.
but
Yeah.
that's not the actual team.
it is the
It is.
actual
It is.
team. They're using
And like they had Terrell Suggs as an actor on Ballers, but he's also a real player for the Ravens, just like he is. So there is some true to life stuff in there, but it's not
to make
based-
it give you a real feel,
Yeah.
but it's still scripted TV
Oh,
show.
it's
bet.
still
Yeah.
Hollywood. Okay.
Yep. And going to that, just so what you're talking about, the Rock standing on the sidelines, the Kansas City Chiefs,
Yeah.
the post you're talking about. I love what he wrote there. I never want to just play in the game. I always want to change the way the game is played, raising the bar for season 5 of our HBO Ballers.
Wow.
That's pretty cool, man. He continues along on a personal irony note. It's been quite humbling shooting these scenes amongst NFL teams because for years of my life, my number one goal was to play in the NFL. I failed and that dream never came true. But over the years, I realized that playing in the NFL was the best thing that never happened for me because after I failed and after a fun battle with depression, it created a relentless drive that defines who I am today. That's awesome, man.
The Rock's always a motivator.
Yeah, hell
he's,
yeah.
He's inspirational.
Well, you look at the dude and he's motivational.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he didn't say stuff like he does, you'd be like, how the hell did this guy get to that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
So you could see through his words and through his message, you can see why he looks the way he does, why he's doing the way he is, why he's successful, why he's the highest paid actor, all the stuff that goes along with when you say The Rock's name. You see the reason he's there. It's nothing short of the work, dude.
Yeah.
It's the work. It's the work he puts in. So that first part really gets me. Raising the bar for season 5 for our HBO's Ballers. What do you think that means, dude? You think that means, to me, it sounds like more concussion stuff. They go deeper into CTE, the challenges of CTE, the mental issues, mental health. That's what it sounds like they're going to me. What do you think? Because they hit on that a little bit before in the show.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the main focus. It was a little bit of him because remember the very first few seasons or the very first few episodes of the first season, he was getting knocked around a little bit. He was going to the doctor. He was having hip issues.
And having a pain pill addiction.
Yes, pain pill addiction for the hip.
Yeah.
But he was also having trouble with the sleep and some sleep apnea.
So
and
they're
battling
wanting
some
a underlining
I think
message?
so. That's what I think. That's what I'm kind of getting out of that. I think they're going, when he says raising the bar and he kind of talks about going deeper and he says changing the way the game is played, to me, that's kind of what it means. It means more of a deeper look behind the scenes of the NFL, what things are changing, stuff like that. Now, I look at this in two ways. This could either be a really, really bad thing for the NFL, because it can make them look terrible, and it almost looks to me like, geez, how would the NFL agree to let them use the Chiefs and use the NFL logos and the trademarks and all the things that they're giving HBO access to? Why would the NFL be doing that if it's just going to slam them? Right. So here's what I'm thinking. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the NFL is working with HBO and with Ballers. Now, I hope this doesn't change the show.
Right.
I hope they don't insert themselves in here and, hey, let's take a left here. I don't want to take your left here. Right. I want the show to organically unfold the way it's been. I hope the NFL is not stepping in and saying, hey, we'll give you a peek behind what we're doing to increase safety if you write this into the show and this and that. If they do it in an organic way, I'm cool. If it becomes that way, I'm a little annoyed.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how it works out. But the NFL is just too big. The NFL's too powerful. They would shut down anything in a heartbeat that's going to make them look bad. Yeah. Just like they did with Will Smith in the concussion movie. They didn't endorse that.
Yeah.
There was no, hey, go see this. There was no, it was look away from this over here. The new NFL season's coming. And they almost did overshadow the movie a little bit. I don't feel like that movie got as much as it should have, even with Will in it.
I think it was
honestly.
held under the covers.
Exactly.
I don't think it got near the marketing. I don't think it got the publicity that it was intended. And I think I'd like to think that the NFL had something to do with that.
Okay, so out of the two scenarios I just laid out for Ballers this coming season, which do you think is more likely then?
I probably agree with you with the CTE and more of the concussion stuff and injuries, prominent injuries. And the reason I say that is because my take's not any different, but I'm looking at where they ended with the star Ricky.
Yes.
He started to kind of like shift in the mind patterns and the mindsets and how he acted towards people, and how he would just go to like super viral and just be a dick to like being more calm, cool, collective Ricky. So I think they're going to
bipolar.
I think they're going to probably, probably just put Ricky under the microscope a little bit and what he's dealing with and where he's going with some of these fights that he's having mentally, and obviously aging as well inside these younger kids in the NFL. I think it's probably going to go into more of a health segment now, whether it's CTE or not. I'm curious to see where they take it, but I remember kind of how they ended Ricky with Ricky and what he was going through. So.
Do you think the NFL is going to insert themselves and kind of give a look behind the scenes that way, or do you think it's going to naturally and organically unfold the way Ballers has been?
I think the NFL's too powerful.
I think they are inserting themselves.
I think if they're opening up, going to training camps or whatever it is, I think you'll probably see the NFL try to say what's good and what's not.
I hope they keep it organic, and I hope they're not trying to push the NFL's message through the show. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I've conveyed that clearly. I really hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I want the NFL to push their message. I don't want the NFL to use TV shows and things that use their likeness to push their message to me. I just want that to be what it is, and I want them to do their thing as a league. I don't want them to interfere. Yeah. Does that make sense?
I want those two to be separate.
Which in a weird way is weird for me because they are interfering already. I'm watching Ballers and I'm seeing Miami Dolphins logos. I'm seeing LA Rams logos. I'm seeing all these NFL things, but I don't want...
but aren't they sports agents though?
Who's that? The Rock and Joe? Yeah. They have
so it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So I like that crossover, but I don't want a crossover of views, I guess. Or does that mean pushing into my show?
Yeah.
I like that the NFL's part of it, but I don't want them part of the writing in the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think Mark Wahlberg is a big writer in the show, right? Or a director?
It's, something. He's involved.
Hopefully that fool draws a line in the sand.
Show?
He's not in the show, no.
Occasionally, I think he's made a little appearance. Kind of like Entourage. Remember how he used to...
He was big in the Entourage as well,
and there, but he was a big part of it. I think this is similar.
Yeah.
I think I've seen him on an episode or two. And our boy Mark Schlereth, Denver. He's up in that.
He is. He is.
Love Mark. So yeah, I thought that was cool. Great post by The Rock. Ballers, excited for it.
I'm ready for it as well.
We'll be coming back soon. Let's move on. Sneakers and fashion, man. I think we can kind of move into there. Dude, we're flowing great this show, man.
Are we? Making good time?
We looked at the rundown and we were like, we're never going to be able to make it through all this. We're doing well.
Yeah.
We're doing well, dude. We're crushing it.
So I think we'll start it off with Supreme. I think JJ can probably give us some sellout times.
I need some details here,
I
fellas.
don't know how relevant the sellout times are, but it goes, I mean, I guess it's a gauge of hype. And for me, I'm never a hype guy. You know, you and I, we stand trite and true to our beliefs of like, dude, if it's worth buying, then we'll buy it. If it's not, it is what it is. Now, obviously some of the big ones, you had the Jordan 14s drop, and they were $250 at retail. Am I correct on that, JJ?
Let me double check.
So $250 at retail on those. And finally, the drop that I was most looking forward to.
Those,
the
before
ODB.
you continue, those shoes were $248.
Yeah, so $250 essentially.
So, yeah.
So a little high on that, but arguably, in my opinion, the Wu-Tang fan that I am, this was the drop for me, man. This was the ODB collab, dude. Old Dirty Bastard. You had the skate decks. You had the shirts. You had the shorts. You had the big $250 like living room
mat.
We
need that in here.
We do.
We've got to have that.
Is it worth for $250?
I think so. Everyone's hanging up the off-white rug. I'd much rather hang up that ODB back here.
That would be sick.
That would be. I think
The
we
rug
need that
was
for the
$250?
cast.
I think it was, yeah. The mat.
I don't think that's bad.
You don't think it's bad?
$250? How big is it?
$268.
$268?
How big is it? Are we talking
Is
like
it-
kind of like a welcome mat outside your
here.
front door? Is that
Let me
what we're
find
talking
a
about?
I think
photo
it's like an under the coffee table mat.
Oh, so a
big.
little bigger.
I think it's bigger.
Let me
That
see.
gives a little like.
What do you think? What do you think on perspective?
Yeah, dude, because look at his shoes. Look how small his shoes look on the mat.
That's an under the coffee tail rug.
Under the coffee tail.
Coffee
Yeah.
table.
No, I
rug.
like tail. Sonic and tails. All right. I think that's worth it for the show, for the studio.
Well, long story short, I tried to get it. I didn't get it.
Damn it! I
Sold
thought
out
you were
too
like,
quick.
oh, I got it, dude. $250. I'm in.
I also
68.
tried to get
Skate
the
deck.
Old Dirty Bastard skate deck because I'm a big skate deck guy. Nope, sold out.
First skate deck to sell out.
Missed that one. Yeah, I even thought it'd be available, but I used a bot. Obviously, I had that. I had the mat or rug, whatever you want to call it, in the cart, and then I also threw something else out. I had the shorts in there and took the shorts out because did you see what the shorts are going for?
No. What?
$118 for a pair of mesh shorts with the ODB
Guy.
welfare on the side.
Well, the mat currently.
I couldn't do it.
The lowest ask is $335 or $340.
So about 50 above retail.
$334, and then the highest bid is $315. So
Okay.
I don't know.
I think it'll fall.
I think so too.
I think we
sale
get
was $330. So
I think a lot of that stuff that sits around that you can't actually use ends up dropping.
Yeah.
Because people get, what are you going to lose? Sit there and look at it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
you can't use it. There's no value. Like, it just sits there.
There's a lot of value to have it hanging back here.
Yes, for us, it's value.
Dude, I could not pay $118 for
No,
those shorts.
no,
I
no.
said absolutely
No.
not. And it looks like a lot of other people did up until the last hour. There were still pairs, but as you see, yellow is sold out, black is sold out. There's still a few pairs in red. So I think a lot of people are like, dude, I'm not going to pay $118 for mesh shorts.
Right.
No way. So I passed on those. I tried to get the rug, sold out. I tried to get the skate deck, sold out. I came out with nothing.
Oh, damn it. When I asked you earlier, I mean, get anything pre-drop? Like, save it for the cast. I thought you had some stuff.
Save for the cast.
Oh, man.
I took
You
L's
are one
all day,
pathetic loser.
and some of those L's were just I couldn't do it. I couldn't get those shorts. I'd love to have the black pair. They also had the hat in white, in black, I think in red,
Yellow.
with that same logo in yellow. I'm like, $50. I don't
$50,
need
yeah.
that hat. It was 48, I believe.
Yeah.
So for me, man,
But that's what I think I paid for this red one too. But it's got the
Is it?
leather strap with the Supreme in the leather.
The
I think
buckle?
that's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. So for me, it was worth
Decently
it.
high end.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ODB one, I don't know, man.
So for me, and I love ODB, he
Right.
was, JJ and I talked a little bit about it before the cast, and, ODB was Wu-Tang's hype man. He was the crazy man. He would drink everything. He would screw anything and everything, if that makes sense. He was just the wild man. And, I mean, you have to be wild to put your welfare photo,
Right.
as your album cover,
Yeah.
as your Supreme collab. Like, he was big.
People
He
love
wa-
the authenticity, though.
And he was.
That's what
I
made
mean,
him so
I remember
big.
listening to ODB when he was with the Alcoholics.
Oh, Jesus.
Back
Yeah.
in the day. So to me, this collab was meaningful, but it wasn't as meaningful as a full Wu-Tang collab would have been to me. But how did it sell out, and why did it sell out? Dude, ODB,
It's ODB.
Wu-Tang from New York.
Right.
What do you expect? This is New York, because if you look at the European side, the sellout times were a lot longer. Like, they didn't sell out as quick in in Europe. So, and that makes sense to me, because obviously Supreme originating from the New York side, from the East Coast vibes, from one of the biggest members of the Wu-Tang. It makes sense, and I think this collab was good, but I don't think it was that special. But if it was Wu-Tang versus just ODB, I mean, you're opening up a whole new can of worms.
The thing that gets hard is the quality. I know it's ODB and all that stuff, but you just know those shorts ain't good quality. The shirts ain't good quality. Like, none of it's good quality.
None.
So it's just like, damn, it's so hard to pay that much.
Yeah.
It's hard to even pay retail.
A skate deck would have been good quality, because it's a skate
Right,
deck.
exactly.
You know what to expect, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get a good print on the deck, and that
Hard to mess
Yeah.
up a piece of wood.
right that rug or mat, I think that'd be sweet. So I'll keep an eye on that, and I think that might be something we can get in the future here. But unfortunately, I took the L today. Some of it was because I just couldn't do it, and some of it because I wasn't fast enough. So that's the
Yeah,
spring
and
drop.
speaking of not being fast enough, apparently the top line sweat shorts were the first thing to sell out in America
Really?
in 10.7 seconds. So
Wow.
you should have been faster, just saying.
Okay.
And then the shoes apparently sold out in 26 seconds.
Wow.
In Europe, the shoes sold out in 28 seconds, and those same shorts sold out for 10 seconds.
People love those dog shit shoes. That's great.
That's crazy.
Not for me.
No, not for me either.
I wonder how many pairs Kais got.
Does
I
he
don't
love
think
them?
He's that type of lover of those
14
shoes for
kind
sure.
if
Ugh.
someone was buying them, they were probably buying them for resale, because I can't see many people.
Are those reselling
actually-
for a bunch?
I can't-
That's the thing.
I
They're
can't-
not.
I
I'm
can't
pretty
think
sure
they are.
There's no 14s.
No, there's no way they could
Well,
be.
like, think of it this way: how many Supreme shoes are actually reselling nowadays?
Yeah, not a
really,
ton.
not any at all.
Not a
Because
ton.
not only is retail so mother effing expensive,
I like it.
yeah.
like, they also just create some of the ugliest shoes out there. Like,
Yeah.
you bedazzled a 14.
Yeah.
Can you do more, please?
Here's what I would say. So those shoes retailed for what? $248?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Right now on StockX, the white pair is going size 10, $294, size 10.5, $298, size 11, $314, size 12, $324.
So give it about like 2 weeks, and you could buy them under retail.
I think they're definitely go down. There's no up from here. That's what I think.
I didn't
peaked.
hit on it. I didn't go for anything this morning. I totally spaced out.
Yeah.
I was doing that post this morning. I was getting stuff ready for the show, getting
Right.
the OJ stuff. I didn't even.
Honestly, everything
Totally
but the
spaced it.
mat really was the
This is one of the
biggest
better
thing to
drops
get.
we've had lately, and I totally spaced it, man. I
Yeah.
feel like
And
Jeez.
apparently
Take
the
that L on the way
mat sold out in 30 seconds.
yeah.
So,
Oh man.
Dal, you're taking a real L
Yeah. If you
there.
got the mat, you got to be proud of yourself. If you got the mat, because I mean we didn't get the mat. If you had got the mat and you would love to little retail oop for the cast over here,
Yeah.
I would love that. I mean, we
Give them some credit.
Give them some fucking credit, I mean.
we could use some credit over here.
Yeah, no doubt. So that's all I got for Supreme, man. There was some good stuff, whatever.
Yeah, it is
Whatever.
what it is. Supreme is it fluctuates week to week. Some stuff will be good, some stuff will be bad, but it's just that it's going for that, like, obviously it's a skate shop, so
Yeah.
it's just going for that kind of like rebellious type of look.
Yeah.
To
Well, I
kinda
got-
stand out in a way.
Well, I got the Supreme Racing shorts on the way.
Do you?
Got them off StockX. Yep.
Sick.
I think they were 158 or 168 retail. I
Yeah.
paid 180. Feel good about that.
That's great.
Did you
Yeah.
get that shirt
The
we were
parka?
talking
You
about?
didn't get the parka yet, right?
Second, the parka I haven't gotten because that thing is sitting over 4, and I just cannot pay. It was 328 retail, but 4 is the max, dude. I can do. Like, I just don't want to pay more than 4. So I might just end up not getting the parka. I don't know.
The shorts would be cool though.
I like the shorts, and who knows? I may just sit on the shorts and resell them. I just felt like that was a good price, $180. So I got the shorts. I did get the off-white soccer jersey, and I'm so pumped
with the
about
collar,
it.
right?
Dude, with the collar,
the white one,
checkered one that matches the off-white Volks, dude. So we're gonna shoot some ill fit pics.
That'd be a nice fit pic for sure.
It's gonna be really, really dope. I want to throw this out on my story later today. A couple things. Number one, any gear, man. You guys, any shoes, any gear that you guys think would be dope for fit pics, send me your ideas.
Yeah.
I'm always down for ideas, man. So any ideas you guys have, dope fit pics, dope
Just
gear.
put up a question.
Shit, we can,
be like,
yeah, I'm gonna put that up and get the Instagram popping. Also, shots out to my man, the Philly mayor.
Oh, Philly
Laced me with a deal on the LA to Chicago's.
Okay.
My size 12. Got those on the way as well. Just shipped them out yesterday. Shout out to the Philly mayor on that.
Sick.
Also the Philly plug, whatever you want to call them. I want some ideas, man. I want your ideas on what you guys, I know you guys are my eyes and ears, man. I can't see or hear everything. So keep my ears to the streets. Let me know what the hell's going on. Send me some screenshots of cool ideas and cool things that people have done with their LA to Chicago's, cool designs, cool things that they've done. Cause I'm curious what's out there. I'm currently gathering ideas for my pair. I think I have a really dope idea and I'm going to shoot a video for it, but I want to see everything that's out there. Cause you only get one shot.
Right.
One
shot, one kill.
One shot, one
technically,
kill.
you have as many shots as you want. It just depends on how much money you want to spend.
One shot on one pair. I'm trying to do one pair. One shot, one kill. What's the deal? You only get one shot, one opportunity.
Don't worry. If you screw yours up, I got a pair. If you screw yours up, I got a pair.
Are they? When are you going to do anything with them besides look at them?
I don't know.
They're just sitting.
I don't know
Just
yet.
sitting in their box.
What did you
currently,
pay?
I'm guessing.
What did I pay? $275.
That's a great price.
$275
Great price
for a size 10.
That's a great price for
that
that.
is
size.
a cool
that
shoe.
that large ladies could use, big kids could use. That's the uni size.
That's right. I forgot you got them from Baker. Shout out to Baker.
Appreciate it, Baker.
The homie Adam Baker hooked it up. Nice guy.
All right, so let me show you a few things that I got finally.
Yeah. Oh, you got some stuff in today.
Cheap and
I
effective.
got one thing on
Go ahead.
sneakers.
Go ahead.
Or it's kind of longer.
grabbing
I
it.
actually want you guys to look this up so it could kind of help me a little bit here.
Okay. I have my
But,
typing fingers ready.
So look up the Off-White, or actually Hype Beast, Figures of Speech exhibit.
Figures of speech.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
JJ, you didn't
Just
want to bring this up in
recently-
the pre-show meeting? You just wanted to keep us on our toes?
yes.
All right. Okay. Is it a t-shirt?
What? No.
Okay. That's not the Tom Sachs t-shirt, what I'm looking up. Hey, guys, I have a link I want to share with you. I'll have you click on it.
Here, I'll just.
No, it's fine. I got it.
You got it? Okay.
I got the Hype Beast exhibition t-shirt. Figures of speech. Is that what you're looking at?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go with this, and we'll just
Yeah, go.
figure it on the way. So, just recently, Virgil opened up his Figures of Speech exhibit in MCA Chicago, and what
Exhibit would have been a good word to tell us to put in there.
I thought I said that.
Did he?
X gonna give it
I
to
just
you.
heard
Gonna give it
type
to
in
you.
Off-White Hype Beast Figures of Speech.
I said exhibit.
Oh, I
Okay.
meant-
But either way, there's multiple parts. It is a very cool exhibit to see. So if you are in Chicago, I am extremely jealous of you, and you should definitely go check it out, especially, and I mean especially, if you're a sneakerhead. Because in this exhibit, there is an installation called the An Array of Air, which offers a close-up look of the Off-White and Nike prototypes that never came out.
Am I supposed to be seeing this right now?
Here, Dallas, give me your iPad real quick.
iPad.
This?
No, here, give me 1 second.
This shoe?
No.
This is not it.
Nope.
This is crazy.
No, dude.
Let me know in the comments if you guys found it.
Yeah, so what, as JJ's looking it up to show you, so I know some of, I've seen it. So some of the shoes that he did a Jordan 1, dude, another Jordan 1, but he did a straight yellow one.
Not for sale.
Not for sale.
Okay.
And then he did like a Jordan 4, like the Bread 4. He did a version of that, dude, that has air on the midsole, and it's very like dirty looking. It's very, pre-production, kind of like Off-White has always been. He did one of those. He also did
So we're looking at these samples here. We're looking at a Bread 4. We're looking at a
Jordan 1.
A Jordan 1, the yellow. We're looking at a Jordan 4 that's clear. And we're looking at a What else?
Did you find these?
The purple one or the pink one? Yep. Not all those.
Yeah.
That's a lot more than I'm seeing.
So it's pretty cool because it was stuff that never
there you
actually got released. Were only samples, but it goes to show you what could have been.
So this
what
is in
would
that
have been.
gallery.
Yeah.
So you can walk through. Yep. You can take a look at a bunch of shit you can't buy.
Right.
Yep.
Sounds fun.
And I put
You're
this
jealous
on
of
the
people for that?
story. No, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of people being able to go see it because it seems not just because of that, but there's a whole exhibit on like various different things. Like the building itself is insanely cool from just the outside alone.
Any information on the cost?
I do not have any like.
Okay. I was just wondering. I was
Of
just
like to get
what it takes to get in.
exhibit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it takes to take a look.
It's kind of cool because it shows you his design process of how he created the famous iconic the 10. And what's featured in this exhibit are the Air Jordan 1s, the 4s, Nike Zoom, the Air Force 5 or Air Force 1, Air Max 90s, Vapor Street Flyknits, and Waffle Racers.
Right.
And there's, unfortunately, for everyone watching on YouTube, I can't put all these photos on there because there are 40 freaking shoes. So for my sanity's sake, I'm just going to have we could put a link below or just check out the story because I've put it multiple times. I put the photos and even a video of someone kind of showing all the shoes. So either way.
This is the big one that's supposed to drop coming out of this exhibit.
The blue one.
The blue Air Force
that
One
one
MCA.
actually is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this one supposedly is slated to drop either through Nike, sneakers. I don't know how they're doing this one exactly, but this is the big one. What do you think? I like the Volt better.
I do too.
I don't not like that. I wouldn't pay an absorbent amount of money for that, but I mean the blue pops. There's no doubt about it, but I like that Volt yellow better.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Air Force Ones are just not.
They're clunky.
Yeah, for me, it's not a shoe that it's not a go-to for me. It's not a shoe that I ever really rock.
Yeah.
So just to start rocking one because it has an off-white tag on it, I don't know. It'd be a little weird to me. It would make me feel a little weird because I normally wouldn't wear an Air Force One. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. Of course, I'm going to try to go for it just so I can cop whether I can use it for content, whether I can resell it, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's not something that I'm like, man, I definitely need to have it. I'm going to pay resale.
Yeah. Yeah. And me being the collector, I don't even have to have it, man. I think it's great, but I want to look at stuff that I like and that I want to collect. Again, for me, I'm not a big reseller. I like to collect things more than not. But for me, if I tried to pull that off or tried to wear it, I think I'd be trying to prove something that, that I'm not. Well, that's not for me.
I guess because, Dallas, you're really the only one who could see all the shoes right now. Out of those 47 shoes, is there a specific...
Can you just share me that link by chance? Can you airdrop me a link? Like a link would have been fire, JJ. Let me bring up this story.
It wasn't that hard. I literally it wasn't that hard to look
Well, you know what
up.
you're looking for, dog.
It's just hype.
It's insane to me that you just did not
I
have a link for the hosts
Hype
of the show to
and
say,
then
hey guys,
Virgil.
I'm going to hit you with this link. Don't click on it. Don't look it up until I bring it up in the show. Then you have it ready. Like, how hard is that, right? Okay. Can we do that for the future?
Yes.
To provide the people with a better show. We're wasting 10 minutes.
Check your airdrop.
I mean, we're a show that runs out of time as it is. Oh, he sent it on it came on the computer. There we go.
So then you can click through those and you can kind of see all the shoes.
Okay.
Anything from the 4s to the 1s. And if you look at one of the ones, it's like just predominantly white and some like translucent to it. And on the midsole, it literally has circle around it and says airbag. I think that's kind of fire.
That is funny.
But again, a lot of pre-production stuff. That maize yellow one is fire. Some of these with the big old weird sole with the big spikes. I might golf with those. I think those would be good golf shoes.
I was just going to say, they look like...
I wonder if I could golf with those.
They look like golf spikes, dude.
Yeah, I think
those
are
sure
kind of
that
fire.
wouldn't tear up the greens too much?
Dude, they're not. Dude, there's some golfers that use metal spikes. These would not. These are rubber spikes. It'd be perfect, dude.
Oh, okay.
I've got golf shoes that I use now that have, rubber spikes. Oh, yeah. That'd be perfect, dude.
Damn, some of these are just crazy.
I'd still look like a tool bag, I think, wearing some of these. There's no way that I could pull off some of these, and I wouldn't even try. You know what I mean? I don't know.
At one point, you're just wearing them to wear them.
Yes.
What about those Cortez sample where it says sample eye?
No, those are gross, too.
Red and yellow. Those are crazy.
They've got all the ties going in and out of them. I don't know.
And
man.
like I said,
this looks like some
make sure he has a link to put it in the links below the podcast.
Dude, some of these flats, They look like the early running shoes that Phil Knight was supplying Steve Prefontaine.
Yeah.
Where he was ripping the swooshes off the side because he said he hated it. He made it look ugly.
Yeah, no doubt.
But that's
Well,
what those
you
look
could kinda
like. Dude.
see
They look
the
like those.
deconstructed look. Like he was really into that shit.
Yeah.
Wow. So what was your question on these? Sorry, now I can see them, JJ.
Yeah. Out of all 47 of these shoes, which one do you wish would have been made?
I kind of like this Vapor Max.
Damn, that
reminds me of that
I think
farmer market one.
I think that Vapor Max is pretty fire. It's a gray. It's got a gray, predominantly gray. It's got a little bit of shimmery sparkle to it. Got a gray tongue. Tongue is heavily exposed foam. You know, I don't know. I like the Vapor Max. The Vapor Max is pretty cool. I don't like what they've done with some of the new Vapor Maxes. I'm getting a little more picky in my old age, but I like Off-White and Vapor Maxes. I think those look pretty fire. Or that all red Air Max.
I wish
90
that
looks kind of fire.
I wish we could see more views of
Right.
each shoe because the
Like
Vapor Max
different
you're looking at,
angles.
it intrigues me, but I want to see that tongue just looks huge.
Yeah.
I want to see what that looks like from a front view.
Yeah.
I want to
totally.
see how it looks like a damn catcher's mitt on the top of the laces.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like you have a catcher's mask sitting on, yeah, I don't know, something.
All we need to do is book a flight to Chicago.
I think it's fire.
I think the Cream 4, dude.
You like the Cream
That
4?
Cream 4, I think, is just my favorite.
That
Translucent
all-white one?
cage,
Okay.
all that cream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is just dope to me. So clean. Air on the side. I love that one.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I'm feeling that.
I like the yellow Jordan 1 as well. I think that's pretty fire. I don't wear a lot of yellow, but I think it'd be, I don't know, maybe because it's summer. It's a summer shoe.
Yeah.
It's a summer color. I
Yeah.
don't know, it looks pretty cool.
No, it's
With that
cool.
like
And
tint of blue.
the main reason I didn't say that is because I didn't really. It's been done. All they did was change the color.
Right.
On
yeah,
there, you know,
it's
like
the same shoe, different color.
they haven't really.
Because aren't there 3 Jordan 1s that are off-white?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The breads, the UNCs, and then
those
the all white
Yep.
Euro release.
Euro only.
So yeah, those are cool, man. So those are cool. As far as the museum, yeah, I'm wondering what the cost is. If you guys know about that, man, if you got any info on the cost,
If you're from
what you gotta do to get
Chicago,
in. Yeah, if you
let us
guys
know.
did you go? Are you about to go? Do you want to go?
It's kind of shitty because nothing big like that comes here ever.
Hey, we're getting a Meow Wolf guy.
Hey, we got a sneaker con. We got our first sneaker
We
con.
got our first sneaker con.
I know,
We're
but
getting
still,
there.
this is like an art exhibit, though.
We're getting a Meow Wolf.
What the hell is that?
Meow Wolf is
Are we getting a Meow Wolf?
Yeah,
That's
that
tight.
thing in New Mexico that Teddy went to on his vlog, like I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and he was
Oh.
out there with all the crazy art and the crazy lights. You open up the fridge and then you just
walk
climb
through
in.
it,
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
yeah.
You have a slide.
Yeah, yeah,
Your
yeah.
oven turns into a slide. That's
My
sick.
girl's been there. She's telling me it was super cool.
Robin and I want to go.
Yeah, dude, I
For
want to check it out, man. I think it'd be cool to. Well, the Denver one's supposed to be bigger than that one.
Yikes.
Oh, no
Crazy.
doubt.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
sick.
It's supposed to be big time.
Hell yeah.
So we'll see what happens with it. All right, so that's all on that. You guys ready to move into?
Let me just
One
talk
more
about.
thing.
Let me just talk about. JJ, what do you got now?
No, I was talking to you. I
Oh.
didn't mean to cut you off. Like I thought you were going into the package back there.
Oh, gotcha,
So
yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to like lose my chance, but yeah, no.
Gotcha. So we got a package from a subscriber or a viewer. So we'll go into that. But real quick,
oh yeah, look at you. See, keep me on track, man.
dude, I just got the cause shirts finally. You know, that
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we briefly
So
talked
gay.
about them. You know what? I'm pretty pumped on this. Number one, it's a little bit of hype. Not like just being
What
dangerous.
are you talking about? I showed up at Uniqlo
Hold on,
and all there was smalls and extra smalls.
Oh,
Did you
man.
say so gay, JJ?
Yes.
Why?
That's
the,
just
the shirt is gay or what's gay? I
no,
don't understand. What's
I'm just pissed off that I
Oh.
showed up because the first collab with Sesame Street, I showed up. There was plenty of sizes in every t-shirt. Everything was fine. My little brother barely got a t-shirt. Like he barely found a medium.
on this drop?
Yeah. It was insane. All there was smalls and extra smalls when we got there.
So how did it? So when it dropped
Yes.
the first time,
Yes.
how long after did you show up?
Like it was
Did you show
either
up the
a
same
week
day?
in or that same day.
What?
Wait, that's a long time. So you
Right.
showed up either that same day or
I
a
don't
week
know.
later. I don't. What do you mean?
It was, I don't know exactly when I did. It either was like, it was a span of one day or like a couple days. I'm not too sure because
So it was the
I
same
didn't
week.
realize
It was the same
dropped.
week that it dropped.
Yes.
Okay.
It was in the same week.
I was
It's
confused.
tough. Is it? What was it? Was it from Muhammad Ali to O.J. Simpson?
Oh my God.
Jeez.
It was in the same week.
This is
it was in the same week sometime.
Maybe I'm just not on the same page as you today.
Okay.
JJ. Maybe I need. Maybe
JJ.
Take that L on the way
So
out.
you do know that they did drop online as well.
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
so you chose not to go online. Is that what you're
Because
saying?
from past events, I was just able to walk in and just grab it in my size in any
So
t-shirt.
now you're mad
and
that,
it was fine.
that things
Yeah.
changed.
So you just
You're mad
assumed
people.
I'm mad
So you
that there's
thought that
hype in Denver
I'm
now.
JJ. I'm just gonna roll in the same as
Yeah.
I did last time.
Yeah.
Stuff's gonna be here.
I'm
and now you're
JJ.
mad that it wasn't.
I'm the goat. I'm the
I'm the
stringer.
goat.
I
should
can
be
do
able to
whatever
just
I
roll
want.
in.
I was just caught off guard that this was like a thing now. Like I thought at first I kind of thought I found the secret stash because like when I showed up the first time for the first collab, no one really was paying attention to it.
Let me
Like,
tell
it
you a
was
little bit
all
something about
stocked
honey
up.
holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of bees. Okay, a lot of bees in the world. They
Lot
find them too. Then you go back there and the honey's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, Winnie the Pooh came and snatched that shit in his T-shirt, and now he's effing your girl in the corner with his T-shirt on and no pants.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what happened to your honey hole. It's all dried up,
Yeah, unfortunately.
Bad place to be.
like the jizz on Winnie the Pooh's T-shirt. Okay, dried up, JJ. So now we need to find a new honey hole. We need to stop complaining.
Yeah.
We need to get out of bed a little earlier. We need to go in there and wait in line, maybe.
I had the podcast to go to.
I don't
Hey.
want to hear any excuses.
Hey.
Play like a champion.
Guess where your boy got these
Online. I know.
online. You know, I woke up. I'm in bed. I think it was a cast day.
Yes, it
And
was.
I'm just sitting there about 7:30, and I think they were supposed to drop about 8:00 our time. They dropped a half hour early. I'm on my phone, grab the link. I'm like, oh man, I better get all three because
Yeah.
there was four main T-shirts that were pretty cool, and I'm like, let me get these three because I like these the best. Carded, checked out, Apple Pay I think is what I used. No problem.
Yeah.
No
how he did
stress.
And I later found out that this is the last Uniqlo collab he's going to do.
Wow.
So you're sad.
Should I keep these
Yes.
DS? Should I sell them to your brother?
Currently I've been seeing they've only been selling for $40, which ironically enough, the first collab that didn't sell out, ironically enough, is also selling for $40. So I don't know what the hell people are doing, but yeah. That's up to you, man. Honestly, you probably won't make that much resell. I would just rock them.
Yeah.
So you're mad at the. You're not mad at the designs. You're just mad that you guys missed out.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just trying to make sure I'm clearing that up.
No, I love the designs. Like, they're
desi-
sick, man. I really wanted that half and half where it's like half skin, half the inside and the organs. That was too sick.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just pissed at all the hype beast kids who thought they could resell these shirts, but in reality, there's never going to be resell on $40.
Are you mad at
shirts.
Dal for getting the shirts?
No. Congrats to you,
Are you-
man.
are you
My
mad-
little brother got the companion one. So
Nice.
like
So that's
In a small
no, in a medium.
and a medium.
so that's what this one is. Companion.
He got the white version.
Okay.
Hold up. Show me it. That's
This is
not the companion one.
that's the companion, in pink.
Companion one is when
I have no idea what you guys are talking
they
about. So I'm
hold
just like
two.
the Michael
So
Jackson.
so you're saying
gif.
StockX is wrong?
oh
Cause Uniqlo
I'll take-
companion T in the pink. Take
okay.
the L. Hit him.
Yes. Yeah.
Take that L on the way out.
Nice.
I got the clean slate. My bad.
All right. Now this one that I have on JJ that you're looking at.
Can you see where I
is
got the
this-
companion? He was holding two other Claws toys.
Claws.
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 Jeez. Oh my gosh. I'm just on fire today.
JJ. Man, you know what?
we are the most underrated podcast for a reason.
God bless America. You know, the GOAT took the day off today. And I don't know who we have sitting in for the GOAT today, but
Hey, the guy's doing a great job.
hopefully we get the GOAT back soon.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You got to give him credit.
All right. So you're looking at the companion there. Pretty cool.
Yes.
I'm actually wearing not the companion. I'm wearing the BFF. Best friends for life right here. Okay. BFF.
I like it.
And then right here, the one that you said that you really liked that showed the organs.
Yes.
That is called
The Organ
the
Trail.
Flawed
Oh.
T.
Yes.
Flawed.
Flawed.
Let me see the flip. Let me see the bottom.
Why don't you show the
That's cool.
audience too?
That's pretty cool.
Pretty sweet. I like this. So this is just like the Bear Brick, right?
Yes, sir.
Which is really, really cool.
There's a bear brick of all of these.
Yeah.
Except for possibly this one.
Oh,
right
there's
there.
a bear brick of that?
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
dope.
It's fire.
What does that
There's
thing go
a
for?
red one. There's a red one actually supporting AIDS. There's a black one. There's, I think, a grayish one just like that one. And yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Super sick. So yeah, this was one of my favorites. I wore this one because I thought, I don't know, man, it looks pretty cool. I like the pink. I don't wear a lot of pink. And then this one is this is a pink-ish peach kind of color shirt, would you say?
Yeah.
Kind of in between those. So it's not like super predominantly pink where I'm not that loud, but I think I could pull this one off. It's almost like a skin tone.
It's fleshy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fleshy. So I like
pink
this
more
one.
on your shirt. The character on your shirt popping off the white is more pink.
That's pink.
I would say the color of that shirt is flesh.
Flesh tone.
That would match the pink dick ones.
It would.
Yeah.
I got to get the pink dick
Gotta
ones.
get the pink dick ones now.
I'm going to order them today.
You got it. You're getting them.
Give them some credit, for real.
Give them some credit, I mean.
So,
for
JJ, when
real.
you tell me when you and your brother walked in.
Yes.
You couldn't get the pink dick ones?
No. When you walked into the store to get the Cause collab, not the Claws collab, to be confused with Kyrie Irving.
Yes. Cause.
I'm sorry, Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
The Claws collab.
The Claws collab.
So you walked in, you saw how many shirts laying out?
Oh, they were like, I don't know. They all have them all hung up, but there were at least maybe, I would say possibly 8 or 9 shirts of each design, but they were all smalls and extra smalls.
Except for the one your brother got.
There was with this collab, they also dropped like this graffiti Cause logo that he did way in the past. That was like all those t-shirts were there. There was like a couple different ones, but for the majority there was maybe a medium here and there, and then the larges were all in the graffiti one I just said with that says Cause on it. But
not fire.
everything he got was all small or extra small. Essentially everything that would have possibly had resale. That was one of the coolest
What time
tees
did you
that
get
he has
there?
ever made. It was right after the cast, so probably like 1:00.
Ah, gotcha. So they all just got him in the morning.
Yeah.
And then you asked the guy, do you have any more of these, sir?
No.
You didn't?
No.
You just
because
knew.
I just knew. I know how hype works.
You just
like,
started-
if shit's gone, shit's gone.
So you and your brother just kind of got a little mad. You turned to your brother and you were like, I'm fighting for my life. couldn't get the collab. A little heated in there.
Yeah.
Slapped your hands together and
I
then
was
you guys walked out.
surprised because there was literally, I don't mean to stereotype here, but there was some like Asian kids just like picking out t-shirts left and right. Like some dude bought like 5 of them. And
While
it
you
was-
were there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
right
like-
before you?
Yeah.
Oh, so he got there late too and he was still cleaning up.
Exactly. I was
Wow.
like, what the hell's going
He was
on?
okay with smalls
Yeah,
and extra
apparently.
smalls.
I don't know.
Did he get Biggie Smalls by chance? No. All right, cool.
Gotcha.
We'll move on with on that note.
Hey, what shoes you got on today?
I had to think about it.
Nice.
The Jordan 1 Spider-Man.
Yeah. Did you see what I'm wearing?
Yes.
Breaking them in.
How do you love them?
I love them.
Did you loosen the laces up?
I did.
Do you have the insole in?
Took it out.
So you're a couple people said that. They said they went true to size, but they still just like the feel without the insole. It's not that it's too small, but they like the extra
This is
room.
the first Yeezy that I have just a little extra space taking the insole out, and I'm really liking it.
You're taking advantage of it.
I'm really enjoying it.
But you're not saying people couldn't leave the insole in with a true to size.
Yeah, they could do it.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just really enjoying this space.
Nice. Good to go.
String
Good to know. Good to
sting.
go.
Yeah, good to know. Good to go. Dude, I love this Yeezy. This might be my second favorite pair
Second favorite pair?
of Yeezys.
What's your first?
I would have to say, I was talking to JJ about it, not that we were trying to ruin content, but I think that Beluga 1.0, even though I don't own it, haven't owned it, I've seen yours multiple times, and I remember the video that you released where you cried, pretty much.
About selling them to StockX,
yeah, about
and
selling
then
to
I didn't
StockX,
sell
and
them?
then you didn't. That's probably my favorite one, but this is my first black Yeezy, and I think that's what's so great about them. They're neutral. You can wear them wherever. They have just enough pop, and I don't know, man, looking down at my foot every day, I think this is the coolest. Well, not every day, but today, this is one of the coolest Yeezys on foot.
Does
I think
the 3M still hit outside of the studio in here where we have the studio lighting? Remember we
it
talked
does.
about that last
I
episode?
I was driving to the 7-Eleven today.
Yeah.
You know, my grocery store.
7-E.
Got me a little Red Boo.
Yep.
Got me a little bit of donut.
Okay.
And as I was driving, the sun was coming into the vehicle just perfectly. My 3M was popping, so I looked down, driving, looked back up to pay attention.
Yeah.
3M's popping.
Please
Nice.
do not attempt.
Super sick.
Good.
I like this pair.
Nice.
I think everybody should get 2 pairs.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think the
Well, you were also telling me how you kind of lost out on resale too, though.
Yeah, well, I did because I wore them.
Yeah.
So for me, losing that $220 profit, I think it's
Was
worth
worth
it
it?
for me, man. I really do. I think this is a great shoe. I'm really happy with it.
Would this convince you to now go pay resale for the static pair,
I don't want the static.
the reflective pair?
I don't want the
sorry.
reflective pair.
You don't.
I don't.
So as much as you like the reflective there on the laces,
Yeah,
you don't think you'd love the reflective a little more.
I don't need the full pop. I
Interesting.
need the subtle pop.
Interesting.
That's the way I am, man. You
Cool.
know that.
Yeah.
You need the full pop. I need the subtle pop.
I don't know if I need 1,000 for the full pop.
Fair enough.
Over 1,000 on my size.
Yeah. So, real quick, let's do the gift.
Yes, gift.
Gift in the cast.
Dude, I never got hit back. This is very interesting because the gentleman sent us a gift. Monday we got this, right? After the show.
Yeah.
This arrived Monday, and this gift, I thought it was from the gentleman that DM'd me, but I'm confused because the gentleman that DMs me name's Greg, and this is sent from a Matthew.
Matthew, yep. And this is coming from Indiana, where that individual is from.
You could have signed an autograph for Matthew. That's my little brother, man. He's only 6 years old. He waited in the blistering cold for you for 4 hours, and you just said no. That's pretty shitty, man. You're like his effing idol. He wants to be just like you, man. He likes you more than I do.
Yeah, Stan.
Yeah, there you go.
Love it.
So I don't know who this is from.
Yeah, so I see a Matthew from Indiana.
Let's see if there's a note. Let's see if there's a note.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
hopefully.
gentleman,
Mini sleeping bag.
the gentleman that DM'd me is from here from the CO. He's from up north. So
Dang, he packaged this well, man. They got bubble wrap in here. We got, making it safe.
well, yeah, you want to
hope
send
so.
broken stuff to the cast.
We don't need
That's
no
never
broken
good because
stuff.
we open everything on the cast. We open it live on the cast. We open it live on the cast and it's broken.
Rip to you.
I don't know. No, is there a note or anything?
Does that say Slim Jim?
No note.
No note.
Dude, this has to be from. Dang, I'm so confused. Maybe his name is Greg.
Maybe there's a note
Maybe
in the
he-
container.
Maybe he's Greg
Got
on the
no
net and not Greg in the real life.
Open the top and see if there's a note in the container.
In the
It
container.
does
Look
say
at you.
Slim Jim.
Well, look at that.
Dang.
Slim Jim.
Oh, yeah. No note.
Oh, rip.
Look at man.
This almost looks dead stock, though. It's great condition.
Dude, look at the MTV TRL logo on the back real quick.
Oh, sick.
With the Slim Jim joint. Dude, in the straight Slim Jim colors, the red and yellow,
Yeah.
the Macho Man Randy Savage.
So
That is sick.
Fire.
And that's what he said. He said, so I'll read this. It's not really a note, but hey, bro, got an email saying the package was delivered. Hope you guys enjoy it. Don't want to gas it up too much, but it's pretty random but rare. Hopefully in time for the next cast. Keep it coming with the expanded soundboard. I bet it gets confusing remembering all of them, but that is definitely a defining part of the cast, in my opinion. Peace, bro.
Dope.
So I think that has to be from him, man.
Yeah, man, this is dope. So what you're seeing is, what would you call this? Like a hydration jug? What do you call this?
You know, the Coleman makes these.
Yeah.
Damn it. Why can't a thermos? I want to say it's a thermos of some type.
Yeah, it's like a big gulp thermos.
it's like a hydro.
I remember these,
flask
dude. My
of the
dad. So
past.
me and my dad owns a heating and air conditioning company. Working construction as a young man.
Yeah.
My youth, we would fill. It would be my job. Hey, go fill up the water jug for the day.
Gotcha.
We had one that was similar to this, maybe a little bigger. Maybe we had two of these size. I
Yeah,
don't quite
my
remember.
dad has like a giant one.
Yeah. Throw a bunch of ice in there. Boom. Throw some water in there. And you're ready to go for the day. And then we have water on the job site.
Drink her
'Cause
down.
A lot of times you're out in the middle of nowhere, new construction areas. You couldn't just run out and go get water. Yeah, you gotta be prepared. Go take a piss in the ditch, drink some water out of the damn cooler, the jug, whatever what it's called, thermos.
The extra large thermos.
Yeah, dude. And that was the days. I will never forget the time that my stepsister, being half not thinking, I was ready to say something
catch
meaner.
there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something meaner. She doesn't listen to the show. Don't worry. But it's my older stepsister. She went ahead and you know how like you put hot water in your ice trays when you're making ice, when you're creating ice cubes.
Yeah.
Before you had the ice on the front of the fridge or whatever, you'd fill the ice trays, and if you fill them with hot water and throw them in the freezer, they'd freeze quicker, and you'd have ice
Yeah.
quicker.
Okay.
She went ahead, threw ice in here, then went ahead and put hot water in the jug with the ice. So then we get out to the job site. Obviously, it's all melted. My dad's like, why is this thing all wet? Well, it's all wet because it was overflowing, because now that ice is now turned into water. There's too much. My dad goes to drink, and it's like lukewarm water, and he's just pissed off. And I vividly just remember, like, this is one of the many dumb things that has occurred. there was also a time where we were about to go on a camping trip. My dad said, go fill up. If you ever owned an RV, you know you can put water in the RV to fill up for the water in there for this, so the sink works, so the shower works.
Yeah, it's got a little tank in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have a shower, we have a water sink, we have a dishwasher, all this stuff in the RV. My dad's like, go fill up the RV. We're getting ready to go on a vacation. I think we're getting ready to drive to like Montana or maybe Yellowstone, something like that, right? We're getting on a family vacation, summertime, school just gets out, everyone's feeling the vibe, everyone's in a good mood, everyone's doing it big. Hell yeah! What happens? She puts water in the gas tank. Gas tank, bro. Gas tank of the RV.
That's even
worse. The worst shit ever, bro. Like water in the.
I thought you went without water. That's like, oh
dog.
my god.
Hey, go fill up the water tank. She puts the hose right into the gas tank. Dog, my older stepsister at this time. She's a teenager at this time. Wow. I'm in like middle school. I know, guy. Some bad things happened, and so that made it. I don't want to say it ruined our trip, but it made it a very eventful, frustrating,
couple days,
stressful trip for my dad. And I'm sure he was driving down the road just not feeling good.
Take that L on the way out.
I mean, just
right.
Fighting for my life.
all the bad sound effects.
How do we get to the next town?
Yeah, dude, he's feeling
That guy in a little coat.
all the bad stuff you can have.
All bad.
He was feeling it. So that was a major. That's what this reminded me of.
Gotcha.
Story time. TTF.
It reminded me of the Macho Man and TRL.
That is
great
super-
times. It looks like some sort of, maybe advertisement. I'm trying to think like promotional.
Yeah,
thing
like a promotional giveaway
that they did or that they teamed up to do. So that's where there's got to be rarity because I've never seen TRL on any type of thermos.
I know. Let me know in the comments where you got this or re-DM me, bro. If you want to follow him, it is at Bada Binge on Twitter. BADABINGE. Binge. Bada Binge. Like Bada Bing, but Bada Binge.
Nice.
Bada Bing, but add an E to the end. You know what I'm saying? So there's your man. I don't know if it's Greg or Matt or I don't know. I feel bad about that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. But thank you for the gift either way, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
it's definitely
super sick.
something for the man cave. I'm going to keep this bad boy up in here.
Yeah, no doubt. We got to keep Muscle
That
Man over here
still
hydrated.
has no shelves.
Yeah, no,
Gotta
right?
get some shelves. Oh, hey, by the way, we talked about U-Gouge last episode, and I texted our boy Jevin,
Yes.
and I said, hey, man, you know about the U-Gouge?
Oh, you did text.
I said, you know about the U-Gouge, fool? And he says, you eating at Subway?
Yes.
So you're right, dude. You're right.
That's awesome.
Your boy Jev.
Yep, I knew he would know, dude.
He knows about the
He
U-Gouge.
goes old school. All right, man. Let's jump into the YouTube comments. The Philly mayor up first. Yo, what is good, homies? Great job with the cast last episode, and great seeing you guys help TTF get out of the funk he was in earlier in the day. By the end of the cast, you could see that he was totally in a different headspace. This is also why all three of you helped make the cast great. I forgot to mention in the last cast, but Dal, your mullet is way better than Cowboy Cerrone's. His is more of a receding in the front and party in the back. Not sure that he pulls it off like you.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I didn't wear a hat specifically last cast. I wanted to air it out a little bit. Let it breathe.
You got a lot of love on that. And you got a haircut today.
Oh, dude, I can't
Scheduled.
wait. Dude, and before I had to trim it up, man. My grandma would not respect a not well taken care of mullet.
Yes. So you're keeping the mullet for the funeral.
I'm keeping the mullet.
Oh, dude,
I'm just going to get it nice, iced out, just beautiful.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're keeping the mullet. Definitely got to keep the mullet, dude.
Oh, man, our people would hate us if I didn't.
No doubt.
So I do it for the cast.
Lastly, did I see you guys... Lastly, did you guys see the Philly mayor make an appearance on Teddy's last vlog while he was in Philly?
Yep.
While he was there, we met up for a couple nights. Whoa, pause.
Oof.
Take that L on the way
No,
out.
I'm just kidding, Philly mayor. I'm just joking with you. I'm just joking with you. Funny shit. Anyway, we met up for a couple nights. The first night I got him... The first night I got him in after hours at Independence Hall. I don't know what that means, Philly mayor.
I'm really confused.
That is the building. Oh, the first night I got him in, I think he meant in. Oh, here's we go. He snuck him into the Independence Hall after hours.
Okay.
You know, there's other people that do stuff after hours, like Matt Lauer when he grabbed her ass in the shower after hours.
Got him.
Wasn't that a Chris Webby line?
Yeah.
The first night I got him in after hours at Independence Hall. That is the building where the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution were both debated and adopted. Then right outside of there, they have the Liberty Bell that they took us into as well. Ted Ted couldn't believe we were in all of these places being escorted by federal park rangers in the dark with flashlights. Then, of course, took him to the art museum and the Rocky statue. Also got him to eat meat because a cheesesteak is a must. Second night, I got a sick tattoo. Not sure if you guys saw the snake and the eagle tattoo. That was mine that he hand drew on me. This is why you guys need to come out in the future, because the Philly mayor has the plugs. So when you're ready, let me know. P.S. The package is on its way. Can't wait to see what you do with those. Boom.
Sick.
So he's talking about the LA to Chicago's, of course. Mm-hmm. Give him one more shot there. Philly mayor. Philly plug, always coming through. I did not get to check that vlog out yet, but I was talking to him about it, or he hit me up about it.
Yeah.
So did you see it yet?
I did, yep. Got to see the hand-drawn tattoo. Yep, super cool.
Nice. Hell yeah. I'm going to have to check that out when I get a chance. As always, man, shout out to the Philly mayor.
Always supporting,
holding down the cast. Next up, T-Mobile 79. Hey, guys, what clear boxes do you use in your closets? It's time to make the display my collection deserves. All right, man. Dal doesn't use what I use. We use stuff totally differently. Yep. Just like Ted, he used stuff totally different. I use drop front boxes from Container Store. If you have a bigger foot, sizes 12 and up, 10, 11 and a half and up, 11 and up, probably you're going to need the bigger boxes, usually $10 a piece. You can find them on a discount. I would recommend going to their website, signing up for their POP program. They'll immediately send you a 15% off coupon, and that can be used on your entire order. So if you're going to buy those boxes, buy them all at once, get the 15% off coupon from their website that they'll send you from email for signing up, and there you go.
And they also give you a discount for your birthday as well.
Yes, that as well.
Which is super cool. I, on the other hand, use IKEA shelves. These shelves are pretty cool because each shelf, I'm trying to think, I can't even tell you the pricing. You'd have to look. But the unique thing about these shelves are I like to display the boxes as well. The box, being a collector, is part of the deal for me. And what I do is I take one shoe out of the box, whether it's the left or right, it doesn't matter, whichever one you like. And I put the box in there and I stick the one shoe on top of the box, and it creates kind of a unique display. The downfall to it is with that way versus the drop front boxes, I have to take the other shoe out of the box, and then I have to put one back, or I have to adjust. There's a lot more to it. So yeah, it's unique to display it. You're not showing both shoes. It's hard to take both shoes out and get it going versus the boxes. But if you're looking for more of a display and uniqueness, IKEA shelves are a good option. I don't use the one Ted does, where he has both shoes on one shelf without the box. There's also that option as well. So, check it out.
Yeah, there's tons of solutions, man. It's just what's best for you. I like the boxes because they're simple and easy. The fronts do break off quite a bit. You can bump them and not, like, I'll be leaving them down, then I'll back up into my shelves and I'll snap it off. So that's a little bit annoying sometimes. But Container Store customer care is incredible.
Usually takes care of it.
Yeah, they're great people.
And they just came out with a black box.
That's right. Yeah. Dal hit me up with a link like, oh, these black boxes and they're on sale. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to redo my whole collection. I'm hundreds of dollars deep in these. Like,
just be Seth Fowler. He just ingrained, and added some black to his clear.
No, he didn't.
He did.
That's
a great look.
I don't like it.
Not.
I was going to say a mismatched boxes.
It's not good.
You just all one way or all the other way.
I would say it's not good. It's not below not good.
Not good.
Just regular.
Yeah.
Dirty DJ up next. TTF. Keep your head up and keep grinding. Everyone gets into a funk, but it's your ability to bounce back and keep going that makes all the difference. Some days on my way into work, I'm hating the world, and you guys make me laugh, and it changes the whole tone for the day.
Nice.
Man, I'm right there with Dal with these black Yeezys. Def right up there with the Zebras as my favorite. Those 3M laces add the perfect subtle pop. Congrats on the W's. Also, sick thrift finds, Dal. That Michigan jacket and jerseys are fire. Def going to check out the sellers on IG. I was a big starter/champion guy growing up. Regret not keeping more of my old stuff. Another great cast. Keep up the great work as always.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go,
See?
Dirty DJ. I think all of us feel like that, dude, with the champion shit.
Yeah, totally.
Not keeping it. What were you saying? Sorry, Yeezys?
With the Yeezys, the subtle flex, subtle pop. Love it.
That's the spot.
We're best friends, he and I.
Ryan Swanger up next. I'm pulling hard for you guys to succeed. Week over week over week, it's obvious that you're putting in work on this show. Get that Patreon going. Sign me up for the Diamond, Platinum, Stone Cold, Steve Austin level package right now. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. There's my man, Ryan Swanger. Man, make sure you follow my guy on IG. He's over 40,000 followers, posts a ton of shoe picks, sneaker picks, tons of different sneakers.
Yeah.
It's at Ryan Swanger on IG. Like I said, he's over 40,000. So thank you for the love, dog.
Always got the fire pants too.
Oh, yeah.
That fool got the fire pants.
Yeah. Always rocking the heat. So yeah, man, go follow him. Thanks for the love, bro. Patreon will be up soon. We just keep getting stuff thrown in the mix now with you at the death. Like we just keep every time, even the shelves, like we're trying to get stuff built in here. And it's like our schedules between work, the relationships, life, stuff happening, traveling, like we're continuing to ships in the night, bro. That's what it feels like. The homie Dan up next. Dow, Jersey game strong with the flex emoji. Closet looks like he keeps getting traded from team to team. That's fire.
That's dope.
AKA Dowbulous with the laughing emoji. Me and the homie T-Mobile will definitely take you up on the most underrated beer pong challenge. Unlike the Bruins, I foresee us winning in Game 7. I don't know how you guys play in Denver, but blowing is for bitches. 2 in the same cup is a game. Let's go. I'm down.
Hey, I'm with some of that, but don't get it twisted. I'm bringing my fingers. I'd be fingering them cups like there's no tomorrow.
Whoa,
there's no blowing over here, my friend.
Whoa,
you go ahead and bring that heat.
There you go, Dow.
Bring that heat.
I like it. Maybe we should, dude. How cool would it be if we can get at the draft tourney? I mean, at the draft next year in Vegas, we can get a beer pong tourney going.
Oh, it's on
one of these casinos. We need to make some. We need to get some partnerships.
Oh, and JJ can actually come.
Steen can actually come.
Wow.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Whoa. Yeah.
Oh, dude, what did you lose the other day? I was going to ask you about that, and I forgot.
Oh, an ND filter.
For your camera.
Yeah.
So now you can't take photos right now.
Yeah. Outside.
Gosh, we got to get some money going. We got to buy you. How did you lose this, guy?
I don't know. That's the thing. I never knew I lost it until yesterday because I was going to go take some sick photos with my little brother, and I was like, where the F is it? And
damn
I
it, dude. We need to get you a GoFundMe going or something. Jeez, dude. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. Oh, boy. All right. Next up, my man, John. Monster Cast, boys. Literally, if you're TTF, I get it, Monster.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
I felt your frustration, homie. Hearing you tell us about the monster can exploding. I can't believe you hit me with
and he changed it up today,
I can't believe you hit me with Monster Cast, boys.
Monster Cast.
Literally, if you're TTF.
Take that L on the way out.
That's for me, not you, John. That was good. I felt your frustration, homie. Hearing you tell us about the monster can exploding. Below not good.
Below not good.
Keep your head up and keep continuing pushing the dope content with the flex emoji. Yo, Dow, appreciate the managerial advice, man. The goal is to keep climbing the ladder and run my own store one day. By the way, any updates on the merch? Some limited shirts would be fire.
Yeah.
We're working on designs currently. I'm working with a couple different people, and I'm actually going to start putting just dope designs up on my IG anyway. So if you're a designer, reach out to me, man, because I want to start putting different most underrated designs up on our IG story, and I want to start getting people to vote on it, man. And then the ones that people really like and really rock with, we'll do limited runs on them, maybe like 50 shirts, 25 shirts. I'm thinking at first, when we first do this, we should do a really limited, either 50 to 25 shirts, maybe 50 on shirts, 25 on hoodies. Something like that.
Maybe even less.
Yeah.
I think we start 30 or less.
30 or less on everything.
Yeah. I do.
Limited.
I do.
So when we do drop the merch, it's going to be limited and it will be cool, man. I just want to make sure we get the designs and stuff right. Dal has connects on clothing side, so I'm not too worried about shirts, quality of shirts. He knows what we're looking for there. I just don't want it to be some bullshit for you guys. I don't want it to be some bullshit that just has some basic stuff on it. It's going to fade in the washer the first time you throw it in, or the shirt's going to be shitty after you wash it.
Yeah.
I guess you shouldn't be drying our stuff anyway. You should probably just be hang drying.
Sure.
Washing on delicate and hang drying, keep it nice, just like you would with any other shirt. But
the most delicate cast.
we're working on it, man. It's coming, and we have a couple different collections we're also working on. But yeah, if you're a designer, reach out to me, man. We're taking design submissions. I'm working with different people right now, trying to find people to join the team consistently. People that want to design stuff, because I'm not a designer. I don't know the first thing there, but I can throw together a fit and I can tell you this looks cool and I'd rock that, or
that sucks.
I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of where I fall on that. But definitely reach out. My man Keith Crum up next. I'd have to say that Alaman, is it Alaman or Alamein? Damn, the UFC fighter is definitely the next fight for Cejudo, unless he goes back down to 125. First to fight Formiga or Benavides. Sterling is the number 2 ranked bantamweight right now and has won 6 of his last 7.
Yeah.
There you go. There's some USC for you. My man Keith coming through.
Thanks, Keith.
Landon up next. I'm a true to size 11 and I got 11.5 for the clays. They were definitely a little bit loose. I need the black statics in the size 11 for sure when I cop if they're remotely close to the clays. Dope thrift finds also. Hold up before I continue. So as we were talking about earlier, Dal, you're saying he can go. You're saying he doesn't need.
I think he could do an 11.
Okay. Oh, that's what he's saying he needs. Okay.
I think
so he's right on.
I think he can do an 11. Like I said, I like having the extra room. So if you felt the clays were a little too big and you don't want that, then yeah, go with an 11 on the statics, and I think you'd be fine.
I've been looking for a Tracy McGrady Raptors jersey for a while. For a while now. And 3 months for Patreon. Below not good.
Below not good.
Do you want my damn money or not, guy? LOL, JK. I know it won't take long. Hopefully. Another great cast as always. Landon. I like it.
Hopefully.
Norwal Music. Amazing video. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Wow.
The Monday Midsole. Another dope cast. Keep the content coming. Curse words or not, but the wife said below not good for family trips.
Below not good.
Dang it. We're trying over here, bro. You're definitely top of mind, my guy. We're trying over
Monday Midsole's got to hit us up on lunch. He's got to be listening to us on the lunch break. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That fool be hitting outlets. That fool be
I
he
know.
be doing it big on his he is so social media driven on his lunch breaks. It's out of control.
It's tight. I wish I had that much content.
This guy's got it.
I need to come run my content. Jeez.
Yeah, no doubt.
JCB. Let's not forget Kurt Angle was the triple champ. LOL. Good cast nonetheless. That's funny right there. Kurt Angle, dude.
Yeah.
Because he was the first triple champ.
Olympic wrestler, I remember.
He had the Olympic gold medal there, 2 titles. He was the first triple champ. Let's not be messing around.
I can't argue.
Take that L on the way out.
That's for Cejudo.
Sedudu.
Sedudu. Oh, geez.
You know what I mean?
Mark Ramirez up next. Yo, what is going down, y'all? You guys have to look up the at Kevin Stage on IG. He posted something about Drake at the NBA Finals for Game 5, and it's hilarious. Talking about how Drake pretty much acts like he's part of the Raptors. Also got the W on Adidas an hour and a half after the Q. Oh, damn.
Wow.
Second time getting through after the Beluga 2.0s for retail a while back, which I highly regret selling. I don't care what resale ends up being on the static black pair. It's staying in the collection for good, especially after finally seeing them in person. For me, I went true to size and they're a perfect fit, even with the insole in. Keep killing it, guys. On IG at _Marky, MARKI, and then 3 E's. _Marky, 3 E's. Make sure you shoot my man a follow there on IG. Appreciate it, Mark. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, man, I know a lot of people that sold those Belugas, the 1.0s and the 2.0s way early, and they regret them. They want them back. I might get rid of my 2.0s, man. I just don't. They're so neutral.
Yeah.
They're so neutral. And after looking at them at that video and the Yeezy thing, I'm like, I don't even remember the last time I wore these. I just don't know if I need them in the collect.
I don't even like them very much. And I'm the most neutral guy on YouTube.
Right.
I don't really like them that much.
Enough said. Mike the Man. I'm so embarrassed to be Canadian after the way those Torontonians behaved during Game 5. Absolutely deplorable. I didn't want to bring it up. I know the emotion of sports and competing. I've done some stupid stuff, said some stupid stuff, said some regrettable stuff, done some regrettable stuff while competing. I've lost friendships for a month over competing. I know how I get during competition, so I can't sit here in a glass house and throw stones at these people and say, you're wrong, you're fucked up, whatever. Ah, dang it.
Take that L on the way
You're messed up, whatever it is. I don't want to sit here and do that because I know myself in the heat of battle and in the heat of competition, and I'm not good. I've been not good. I've been
not good.
I've been
below not good
many times.
Yeah.
So not as much anymore. That was back in my younger, unable to control my temper days. Still have a bad temper sometimes, but yeah, I agree. I mean, it wasn't good.
Yeah,
it wasn't good, but I'm not going to kill him on it.
It's not good. I wouldn't kill him either, just for the exact reasons that you just stated. But what I would say is,
you're emotional.
I don't know that it gives Americans, the best view that Canadians are this way or aren't this way. I don't think it's that. This is the only thing you can judge it on. I think it was a classless act. But I think it was in the heat of the moment. And like you said, we've all said things and done things that we're not proud of.
In the heat of a moment. Whether it's an argument, whether it's competition, whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I've said that to Rob. I've said things to Rob, and then I kind of regret.
Of
it is what it is. But I think Toronto Raptors, the players, and all players in general, did a great job kind of silencing the crowd, kind of letting the crowd understand the moment and the importance of the moment. So, shout outs to Toronto players, at least. I think they did a good job wrangling back, bringing back the crowd and kind of, letting them know the significance of the situation. That being said, Drake overreacting on the side.
Yeah.
Like, oh, man. Well, was that a little much? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, a little much.
But hey, we'll forgive the We'll give the Torontonians.
Yeah.
We'll forgive you.
But
it was not good.
That should be a band. Torontonians. Next up, Matthew. Love Big Poppy, man. I was shocked to hear what happened when he said, "This is our fucking city." After the bombing, still gives me chills. Got respect for what that guy has done.
Yeah.
My bad. I meant to give you a shot. Now I got to stop this, and now I got to go. There we go.
I would agree.
Keith, yeah, no doubt.
He is Boston.
No doubt.
He is Boston
Well,
strong.
especially when he said that after the bombing. I totally agree, dude. That was a big moment. Jay Nasty, the Mad City Madman. Get well, Poppy. Played minor league ball right here in Appleton, Wisconsin. His wife is from here. Great guy. TTF, congrats on turning the bad morning around. You started flowing nearly instantly. A sign of great things to come, homie. We all have them. Way to recover. Appreciate it, man. Jay Nasty, always coming through.
Totally.
Oh, my man Keith, he had another one here. Let me put these together. Dow will be all set up for, Dow will be all set for next year when they move to the new arena, since he called Chase Center. Did you call it Chase Center?
Did I?
Oh, no, the new arena is Chase Center.
Yeah.
You've been calling it the Oracle Center. Gotcha.
The Oracle Center. Yeah.
I'm with it. He finishes up here. I remember in Columbus, the U-gouge at Subway just being the standard way that sandwiches came. Never knew it actually had a name for it. It really didn't until they stopped doing it.
Right.
And then people were like, yo, what happened? Why don't you go back to the way you were cutting it? And then became a U-gouge. So people just started calling it a U-gouge. That was the name. And I guess it always was the name, but you never knew the name unless you worked at Subway. Right?
That was in the training video.
You went to Subway University.
Yeah.
Like our man JD from Saving Silverman.
You had to be a sandwich artist to know it.
Artist.
If you weren't certified, you didn't know.
I forgot about the sandwich artist.
You're a sandwich artist, my friend.
That is good. Jefferson Jr., the Warriors' new arena is called Chase Center. Mm-hmm. Oracle took over the Giants Stadium now, which is now called Oracle Park. Thank you for the entertainment each week. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming through with the knowledge that we don't have. We're not in that area. Appreciate it. Galaxy Nexus 1. Look at this. Keep up the Yeezys, bro. I won a single pair out of tons of raffles and tried, and they're straight fire. I always look forward to your reviews for sizing info because we're the same size, and whereas other reviewers' sizing advice is always off for me, your advice is always right on point for my feet. The one place I stray from you, though, is the V2s, since I don't like to take the insoles out. But I size up to a 13 in all of them and keep the insoles in, and the fit is perfect. If you can't get a 12.5, I'm certain it would be the same for you. Keep the great vids coming. Appreciate it, man.
Go.
Thank you. CT Sneaker Freak. Those shoes aren't dead stock anymore since you tried them on.
I remember my first time selling the StockX. Get out of here.
CT Sneaker Freak. Are you the guy that sits in class and is like, teacher, you forgot to give us a quiz.
Yeah.
You told us we had a quiz today.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Hey, it was Dallas. He farted. He did it in front of everybody. It was Dallas. Okay.
I'm just kidding, CT. I'm just lighting you up, bro. I'm just giving you, just busting your balls. DJ Crush up next. Dow, I copped those Onyx and those other ones you sent me a link for with the gray, which is super dope colorway. But man, those are tight as shit.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said, right?
Totally.
He said, I'm actually thinking about getting rid of all my 4Ds. Def not worth fucking up my feet, man. Wow. Crush, this is crazy.
You know what's crazy is, Muzzy said the same thing. Muzzy just got his first pair of 4Ds.
Dude, check this out.
He says my arches were just on fire.
Weird. And I'm assuming DJ Crush stands a lot DJing for his job. I have wide feet and bunions that kill me when I put the shoe on. I love the colorways and the look of it, but damn, I don't know if I can keep them on my foot for that long. I wore them to a DJ gig a few weeks ago and literally had to take my shoes off because they hurt so bad.
Wow.
I really wish they made the upper like an Ultra Boost, primed it, and then that would be super fly. I'm kind of disappointed with them, honestly. Still need to figure out what to do. Maybe I'll stretch them out with a shoe tree like you mentioned. Let me know what you're doing with your pairs. Wow, dude, crazy. Good comment, Crush.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for coming through. I think I bet you a lot of other people probably feel the same way.
Yeah.
So.
Mine are definitely tight as shit as well. But like I said, I've been throwing Jack Daniels bottles, dead stock inside there, trying to stretch that out a little bit, and we're good to go.
Has it worked?
Not yet.
Take that L.
I've only wore my 4Ds like just 2 or 3 times each. I've got now 4 pairs. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're not the greatest shoe. They're definitely not worth $350 is what I would say.
That's what's killing me about it is the $350, but they look cool.
They're
Especially
cool.
the way you had them styled. They look so cool, man.
Dog, they're super cool, but they are heavy, and they're just, the comfort is not there. I would almost rather wear a V2 than a 4D, and I was always kind of against the Yeezy because they're so narrow in the toe box. But yeah, I'm with you. Throw some Jack Daniels bottles in there. Let them stretch out a little bit. Get back to me.
All right, there we go. My man Carlos up next. I'm Dominican, and as bad as some people make it seem out there, it's really not. Word around town is Poppy was messing around with the Dominican drug lord's girlfriend, so the guy put a hit out on him. Anyways, keep up the good cast. Wow, I've seen rumors of that.
I have too.
I didn't know what's
same.
confirmed, not confirmed.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will be confirmed. Obviously, if you're doing that, you have to know something's coming. It's not just an innocent bystander sitting at the bar anymore. But I don't know. I don't have confirmed info on that.
So I'll share a little story here. So I have a Dominican who works for me.
Okay.
She is the coolest on my staff. Don't tell anybody.
Okay.
But her name's Sandra. She is super dope. She actually was in the Dominican at the time of this event transpired. And she said it was in one of the most popular places in the Dominican. That being said, it's also one of the most dangerous places. Okay. And she says, here's the deal. Everybody knows where to go and what not to go. And she says, just because he was born and raised here, that kind of stuff, he knew what it was. And he knew that anybody can be taken advantage in these certain areas. She also went into saying she had heard the rumors as well. So I addressed that with her. I said, what do you think? Do you hear this? Mm-hmm. And she's like, well, when I was there, and we drove by the hospital in which he was taken care of and he was taken to and had the surgery at, she saw all the first responders and how they kind of blocked it and had all the news reporters there. She had also heard a rumor, because she lived there, that multiple women inside the hospital that were related, and that was the quotation, to Ortiz, were fighting in there. So there could be some validity to this rumor that is just a rumor, about him walking out on his wife currently and or dating other women, seeing other women. So there could be some validity to this. We'll see what transpires. But that was her words from her actually being there in the Dominican at the time that these events transpired. She probably has a little bit more knowledge because she was closer to the situation via that. But that being said, Poppy has done a lot for the Red Sox organization. He has done a lot for the people of Boston. He has done a lot for baseball. I don't want to take anything away from him. These are just rumors. But, hey, we've all made mistakes. And, we'll see what transpires and comes out of this whole thing. But, if so, not a good look. But, we'll have to see what comes out.
Well said. Adam up next. I'm in the same boat as you, TTF. I'm an 11.5 true to size, and all of my other V2s are 12s. So it sounds like he goes a half up usually.
Dope.
I won the clays in a 12 and had way too much heel slip.
Yeah.
I had to swap down to an 11.5. Got the blacks in the same 11.5, and they fit identical. I was also torn on whether or not to keep these. However, my size wasn't mass produced, and they were a golden goose pair from the unwinnable Finish Line raffle.
Wow.
Nice.
I would keep it just for nostalgia.
Right?
God.
He continues, I struck out on every other pair on foot apps, and with even with the 10-minute head start, couple that with all the horror stories from the drop day, I feel like I should just appreciate them.
Yeah.
I stayed up all night and waited for probably 5 hours in line on Yeezy Supply and tried to get my lady a size 6 and struck out there as well. Plus raffles and the foot sites that I tried for her on. Insanely frustrating drop if you didn't get a pair from one of the foot apps. Appreciate it, man.
Well said.
Well said, dude. I totally agree. I think
you got to keep the pair.
I'm not 100% if I'm wearing mine yet, or if I'm reselling them, they're still sitting.
But you tried them on.
But I tried them on, yeah. I did try them on.
God. You tried them on.
I tried them. Froggy, 32. I so remember Subway cutting the bread that way. Ha ha. Nice.
Nice.
Bailey up next. Good cast, guys. In regards to the 350 question, I grabbed the 350s in a size 11. Oh, 11 and a half US, sorry. I'm a true to size 11. I did stand up and walk around, and they're definitely fine to wear with the insole in. But the insole out is the way to go for me. That bit of extra room, like Dallas says, is nice to have.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. You're true to size 11, but you got them in 11 and a half, and you still take the insole out?
I did the same thing.
That's crazy.
I did the same exact.
Nah, but you're not a true to size 10.
Oh, that's true.
You're a true to size 10 and a half, and you took the insole out. My guy, you're saying I'm a true to size 11. They bought 11 and a half and still took the insole.
Okay, yeah, it's a little different. Yeah, because I'm a true to size 10. I went 10 and a half and took the insole out. So no, it's the same situation.
Oh, it is the same shit.
It's the same situation.
Weird.
Different size.
I don't feel like I could buy a 12 and a half and still take the insole out. I'm more with my man Adam up here.
Let me do it for the cast.
What? Oh, no, I'm not saying
insole.
you don't.
Had to. I don't know. I just like that extra room, and I don't have any heel slip yet. I've ran 2 errands before the cast this morning. No heel slippage.
In my clays, they're a 12, which is true to size. If I took the insole out of those clays in my true to size, I'd have slip.
Differential?
I'd have some slip.
Slip differential.
On the rear gear,
sure.
differential.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd have a little slip on the rear gear differential. You know, we tried to get it up. We tried to slide into 4th gear. We dropped 4th out. We tried to go back to 5th, and it was just causing us problems. I think it was when that 2 car was leaning on us coming down into turn 3, and we shoved him down below the yellow line there. I thought he was going to get penalized, but he didn't, and we came out the pits, and we tried to get it adjusted. Just couldn't get the car right today. I feel bad for the guys. Really wanted it for the Slim Jim MTV TRL car today.
Sure, love the team. Love where they're going. Love the direction. I think we're in the right spot, but I'm going to go back to Kansas, run some errands this weekend here, and I think we'll be back next week. Kiss my bricks.
There you
like
go.
it? Yeah.
Fire.
I tried to add to yours, man. You're pretty good, but hey.
I was the driver. You were the crew chief.
Yeah,
you were the pit crew chief. That was great.
Sick.
Perfect. Let's see. So my man Connor finishes it out. Keep up the great work, G. And that is it, man.
That was to the GOAT.
That was to the GOAT.
Keep up the work, G.
Thanks, man.
Got him.
Appreciate it.
Damn. That wasn't actually to the GOAT, but Springsteen. So thanks, man. Appreciate
sorry,
it.
Thanks, man. We're back in the biz, okay? Sorry, man. I just got a weird call. Somebody found my screen for my camera. Great. I wish.
Okay, let's finish this up really quickly. Do you want to hit these 2 underrated news stories? Can you hit them quickly? The Uber changes.
Yeah, we could do that.
And
the
then
Uber changes.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to hit the Apple update as well, or is there nothing there?
Nothing there.
Okay, so let's just hit the Uber
just
changes.
Just an expensive ass case.
Oh yeah.
Or
right.
stand, I should say.
Yeah.
All right, so look out, New York City. Uber Copter is coming soon.
What?
So they are Uber Technologies Inc. is testing a helicopter service in New York City, according to documents outlining the program obtained by Bloomberg. Passengers will be able to use the Uber app to book a flight through the service called Uber Copter. Test flights took off from a Manhattan heliport, so downtown Manhattan, near Wall Street, to John F. Kennedy International Airport. Talk about a hell of a way to get downtown to the airport.
Wow.
No traffic, no issues, and literally a heliport like right downtown near Wall Street. That sounds fire.
I'm curious, how expensive is a ride?
Good question.
Funny you say that, GOAT, because I did my research. Okay. So, starting July 9th in New York City, the average ride will cost $200 to $225 a person.
Wow.
Now, the head of Uber's flights business told the Times that the company plans to eventually offer helicopter rides in other cities, but that is all they're doing so far. So you said that was per person, right? Yeah. So the other question could be, well, how many people can fit in a helicopter to make this ride worth it?
Yeah.
You can fit 8 to 9 passengers.
Wow.
In this helicopter. So that's what they've got going on right now.
Drop $1,200. Sick.
Yeah, I mean, New York City's the way to do it, right? But this has been an initiative that they've been thinking about from 2014. They've just been able to kind of build on it and try to get some momentum behind it. But again, not huge yet. But again, start date as early as July 9th.
You think that takes off $1,200 a person?
You mean $1,200? Well,
that's for 8 people.
That's for eight to 9 people.
Oh, okay.
Remember,
sorry.
I said it was 200 to 225. So this guy was trying to do some ill will math.
Gotcha. Okay.
You were
total.
Total amount of revenue.
That's my bad. I got confused.
Take that L
okay,
on the
so
way out.
That's not bad then.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're taking a whole copter of people, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
that's a pretty short ride, I would think, in a helicopter from downtown to JFK, the airport.
Do you know if Uber is legal in New York? Because I know the whole like taxi whatever confederation.
Yeah, they tried to shut it down, but they
tried to shut it down, and they even like protested and did all these things. They like Uber, the organization, and Lyft, maybe I can't remember, but one of the two, if not both, shut down for a full day.
Yeah,
just to protest, but it didn't really go anywhere. So they're back
doing it up.
Okay, so
back to what it was.
Just normal Uber's legal there. Okay,
yep,
for sure.
So are we going to New York, and are we gonna fly in a helicopter while we're there?
I feel like they need to lower their costs because I don't know like how much people would be willing to drop $200 just to get like a quick flight to the airport. I feel like it would be better for someone just to make sure you're on time, pay for a normal Uber.
There's a lot of people that have a lot of money and that are really, really busy.
But you also got to think, if you're one of those people, don't you already have your own helicopter, your own cars, your own airplane?
A lot of money doesn't mean you own a helicopter.
Dude, even if you're rich, you still have to get out the damn city.
Right.
There still has to be a roadmap on getting out of the city.
No doubt.
It doesn't matter if you have the nicest Escalade, the nicest Tahoe, whatever it is, bulletproof.
Yeah.
You still got to get out of the city.
Yep.
And think about this, man. Think about like when tragedy, like, God bless, knock on wood again, if a tragedy happened. I mean,
a helicopter
being able
literally tried to land somewhere and crashed into one of the buildings, which is
they landed on
kind
top
of
of
scary.
Yeah, there was a copter here recently, like last week.
Yeah.
No, it was a couple days
was it
ago,
this week?
Yeah.
That had the emergency landing on the top of a building. Obviously, went
Apparently
up in flames. The
dude passed away.
He passed away. But
at least he kept it off the ground, hurting. Dude, that could have been a lot of people injured.
Going into a building versus on top of a building, all kinds of things.
He did a good job.
But I think this is interesting. Like if there was ever some sort of tragedy, and it would depend what it is or what it was. But this could be a nice avenue of getting people in and out as well. You think about like the Titanic when that sunk, the rafts, and they only had limited supply. This is yet another option if good and bad things happen, I think.
For 7 people.
8 to 9. 8 to 9.
For 8 to 9 people.
8 to 9 people. We'll see what we can do.
But
no, I like it. I think it's just it's flexing the muscle of what's possible with mass transit yet again. And I think breaking barriers, that's what's cool. Having additional options. Will it last? I don't know. I think they'll have to lower the price a little bit. But again, New York's a busy ass city, and to have an option to get from point A to point B,
if they can lower the price and do it from multiple buildings, I think that will just like pop off.
Yeah,
crazy.
We'll see. Only time will tell. July 9th.
As long
Keep your
as
eyes
they
peeled.
don't crash a helicopter.
Yeah, no shit. People inside there'll be nothing faster to shut the thing down than that.
All right.
Thing goes down.
Real quick, I mean, we don't need to talk a lot about it with Apple. I just want to talk about Apple's ego. I think that's really what this comes down to. So in their last keynote, which is here in the last 2 weeks, they had a new keynote, talked about their new computers that are coming out, talked about the new iOS 13 that's coming out. That being said, they have a new computer. One of them has 4K resolution. The other one has 5K, which is, insane from that standpoint. But they also, the computers, the monitors themselves, they do not come with a stand. So typically you'd think, all right, well, I'm going to have to buy an extra stand. That's Apple, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
What doesn't make sense is the case that you have to buy for, or the stand that you have to buy for it, looks just like this, right? Just looks like some chintzy-ass metal, aluminum, nothing crazy. What do you think that thing costs?
No, what is this for again?
This is a stand for the new 4K and 5K monitors that Apple is coming out with that actually has, they also have a computer option inside those monitors. So it's almost like the iMac, but they're selling an iMac without a stand. The traditional iMac comes with a stand,
they're
right?
literally selling you a screen.
So they're selling you the screen and no stand for it.
And you have to buy this stand.
You have to buy, well, I mean, so far.
It's like selling you a massive iPad, essentially.
Right.
Because what I don't know is if you can go buy a stand, like a universal stand. I don't know that yet. And with Apple, as proprietary as they are, I don't foresee that being the case. I think you have to buy the stand made specifically for it. That being said, here's where the ego comes in. You have to buy
you for this.
You have to buy a stand that does not come with it, like the iMac's all built into
like
one,
any
right?
computer ever. It's not a laptop.
Right?
It just comes with something to stand it on.
So that's kind of ego driven, right? How much do you think that is?
$500. Whoa, double, huh?
That stand for a base aluminum stand is a full $1,000. That stand doesn't do anything.
Did you read that article or no?
That stand doesn't power anything.
Right.
That doesn't do anything.
Did you read that article? Because the headline in the article says, Sorry, Apple's controversial $1,000 computer screen stand isn't a ripoff. What is in that article,
So
Dal?
what are you talking about?
Yeah, so what they're saying is if Apple would have remarketed the
This
price
is from Business Insider.
and did did a bundle package of this versus just saying the stand is a cool 1,000, that's the opportunity.
They're saying it's a
Apple
missed
missed.
opportunity, not a ripoff.
You got it.
But
Of Apple selling it, not $1,000 stand, but billowing it and making it come with the computer. Nobody would have known
Nobody
the
would've cared.
difference. That's the opportunity that this article says.
Yeah.
Apple, you missed the boat. You should have thrown the stand in there. Nobody would have known the difference of what the stand cost.
It's the whole, if it's don't break, why fix it? Or if it's not broke, don't fix it type of
So
thing.
they just gave every competitor a leg up.
You got it.
That's insane.
So that's what the article is saying is like, hey, Apple, you missed how to package this bundle.
I don't really care too much. This doesn't affect me because I'm a laptop guy.
Right.
I probably don't ever see myself owning a desktop because I'm always on the move. I love to work in my car. I like to be in different environments. So I don't know if I see myself as a iMac or desktop user much, so that doesn't really affect me.
Totally.
This laptop is an absolute beast, and I'm going to cry the day it dies, but I'm going to have to get another one similar.
Right.
You know what I mean? So on that note, I think, we can leave it there. I do want to, I know, JJ, you've had some woes today, but I do want to give you a shout out, man, for the way you've been running the Most Underrated Podcast story. It's at Most Underrated Podcast on Instagram. Make sure you guys are checking that out. JJ's been killing it over there, doing a great job with the story, very interactive. You guys are getting involved, responding to the questions, funny stuff. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you guys getting involved with the IG, and we'll continue to grow that page. And make sure you follow at Most Underrated Podcast on there. So, shout out to you, sir. Appreciate you. Anything more, fellas? Nope. All right. Then on that note, we'll leave you guys there. And as always, hope you guys have a great weekend, and we will see you fools Tuesday.